Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome
Gods and
Wrong camera, but that's okay. Dang it. Oh, it was a perfect show.
It was almost there.
It was a perfect 10-minute show. Countdown.
Almost.
And we went onto the wrong camera. That's all right. You say to yourself, well, how could they go to the wrong camera? They only do their show with one camera. And I say,
Not so.
Not so. We are multi-camered. Welcome to the multi.
Good job.
This is a good rehearsal.
You want to start over?
This is a really good rehearsal.
No, we're doing good.
Welcome to the multi-camered Gods and Monsters show. It's so hot in here. Hot meaning cool. I'm going to put my sunglasses on.
Yes.
Because the sun is like coming right through me. There's a car in the parking lot and the sun is hitting it and reflecting right in my face. So I'm going to put my sunglasses on. Greg's going to activate our super cool lower third live graphics, which we've never had before.
Now you think I would do that, but I'm not, because
It's all right, we got time.
kind of messed it up, and I just need to do one of these jobs right
It's going to be
here.
the VLC with the loop.
No, we got this. I got this.
Let me start off by saying, what are you drinking tonight, Art? Well, actually, I'm drinking the very favorite of mine, Orange Dream. Todd introduced that to me about 6 years ago. Like right from the get-go, he introduced Orange Dream. It's one of my favorites. And, I'm so excited to see these graphics come up. And that's what I'm drinking. And Greg is drinking the IB.
Hey, the graphics are up.
root beer. Look at that. And we will officially say it. Happy anniversary, Gods and Monsters.
Hey.
6 years
6 years in the making.
6 years for us on the air.
All right.
6 years.
I'm going to apologize to everybody for about 5 seconds. I just need to do something here.
Make sure it's looping. Look, it is. And it's
Looping
on
one.
It's on the
All
one.
right.
That's the right one.
Looping one.
Woo! And you won't have to mess with it again. If you
Never
notice
again.
at the bottom of the screen, we always keep the Gods and Monsters address and phone number up there. That's not a phone where you can call in and talk to us. It doesn't work like that. You can talk to us on the live chat, which is going right now on the Gods and Monsters Facebook page, and I can see the messages are popping up. I see Heath, I see Zach, I see Christopher, I see Robin, I see William, I see Josi.
Are you doing Reading Rainbow or,
Yes.
or what is that called? What was that show called? I see. It was when we were little children. No,
That was Mr. Rogers.
No, that wasn't
I
Mr. Rogers.
see.
That was a different show.
Romper Room?
I can't remember, but it was a definite show. Oh my goodness! Let me turn that off. Yeah, better. Yeah. So
I'm so excited. This is live and it's working. The greatest thing about all of this is I don't have to go back and edit this. Oh, I have a question. Are you
Yes.
recording this?
no, I can't record
You
it yet.
cannot. Oh, no, we didn't have a choice. Okay.
No.
Because I want to eventually put this on our YouTube page. What I'll do is just take it off of
You'll have
Facebook.
to. Yeah,
I'll
you'll
just do
have
the
to.
Facebook, copy it as an MP4.
Yep.
I'll go to that one website. Not a problem. That's not a problem. It's not going to be the highest
I only
quality.
have the cheap A10 Mini Pro. I don't have the A10 Mini
Right.
Extreme Pro ISO.
And I'm glad you mentioned that. Oh, that's right. That's what I have.
Yes.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Let's let the audience know. How is this possible that
what
this
are we
crappy
doing?
show that for 6 years has usually done it with one camera, sometimes just a GoPro camera that's been underwater too long? How are we doing this live? Now, last year,
There's some people walking by. Half of Art's face.
I was using OBS Studio. We were just doing it from your house and my house and Todd Nana's house. And we had graphics going by live. But how are we doing this multi-camera like this live? Greg, tell them about the equipment that we're using today.
Just really briefly, we are piping all of our video signals into an A10 Mini Pro, which is a video switcher, and then that goes into Facebook Live. We are then taking our microphones and putting them into a field recorder box, so Zoom F6, coming out of that and going into the A10 Mini Pro, and that's how you're hearing us. We're also hearing little babies crying, screaming, but it's all good.
Screams of joy.
That's friends of ours. They had a beautiful little boy, and we'll probably get a picture of him. Maybe we shouldn't get a picture of him.
We'll ask permission first.
Yeah. So we are going to not worry about a memory card at the moment, and this is Art on our mobile camera.
Just letting you see some of our vendors that are here this evening at Gods and Monsters if you want to come on out.
Yes, I absolutely encourage every single person to come on out to Gods and Monsters, and the location of that is Wow, I don't even know what the location is. Do we have
The address?
an address here?
It's in the crawl. There it is right there.
Okay.
Oh, no, wait, it just passed
No,
by. But
it's
yes,
just
the address to the store is in the crawl. Here's Anna right there. Say hello, Anna. Anna, you're live on Facebook right now. You want to sit down? Have a seat. Here comes our first guest.
All right.
Guest who has her own camera she can talk into. I'll turn this off for now, Greg.
Save that battery.
And I'll back up because I bet I'm in Anna's shot, aren't I?
A little bit.
I don't mind. I can do a little like this for a while to get out of her shot. That doesn't work. You can't hear you that way.
They are not hearing you.
In case you're wondering who this is, of course, this is Anna, one half of Gods and Monsters. Todd and Anna. Todd's, of course, working the register, as he does.
Working hard.
And then, hello, Anna. How are you?
You know.
You hearing her okay?
Not at all.
Todd's, we're not hearing you at all. Hang on a second.
No.
It's that voodoo mask. It cursed it.
We got her.
There we go.
Okay, that's louder.
That's excellent.
I like it.
So, congratulations on 6 years. Here we are.
How do you do it? How do you do it?
You know, no sleep is part of the equation.
That's fair.
A lot of stress, a lot of health problems.
Every year.
The usual.
Every year of Gods and Monsters, you could probably write a book when it comes to your life. But this year,
I didn't think we would be here by this year.
would have been the War and Peace version of the book, though. I mean, it was a thick book of all the adventures you had this year. As
Really, we're convinced.
What is it they say about?
sorry, hello. Okay, you're okay.
What is it they say about small businesses? They usually fail within 2 years.
It's usually within 2 years.
So you done it. You did it.
If you pass the 5-year mark, you're usually pretty good.
Yep,
But our
excellent.
5-year mark was COVID,
Yes,
so we
and you
weren't
survived
sure.
that. If you can survive that.
Oh yeah. Talk a little bit about that. How difficult was it for you guys to weather through the pandemic?
Very challenging.
I imagine.
Yeah, no, there was just there were months where like, well, how are we gonna
Right.
eat? How are we gonna pay our rent? You know, we almost got evicted from our home, and
Oh, geez.
went through a whole lot of stuff. My mom actually came through and ended up liquidating a lot of her estate to buy us
Oh, wow.
a home.
Shout out to
cash
Mom.
So we
Shout
could
out to
rent
Mom.
from her because she was worried we were gonna not have a home over this.
I think that's a
it
great-
got kind of sketchy last year.
That's a great testament to the sacrifice that a small business owner has to make.
It's challenging.
And that's outside of even having a
And
pandemic.
then we didn't qualify for any like unemployment, of course, or any kind of relief for us on a personal level because when you own this business,
So you filled out all the,
asset, you know?
you filled out all the necessary business paperwork to get
yeah, and we
assistance.
ended up getting finally. It took a while.
That took a while from what I remember,
A
yeah.
lot of headache, and we finally got the SBA disaster relief.
Right. You were trying to get that for like a year. weren't
Yeah,
you?
that took a long
It took
time.
like 6 months.
Yeah.
It took a while.
Oh my goodness, we have some
We have some
cosplayers behind us.
cosplayers behind us. I mean, I hope they're cosplayers. Actually, I kind of hope that's the real Wonder Woman. Not a cosplayer at all.
We're doing like if you come in cosplay tonight,
yes.
and mention it at the bar, they give you a free shot or
And
soda.
there's some sort of contest as well?
No, it's just like hey,
Okay.
you're awesome.
That's right. You're awesome.
Free shot.
20% off.
And you get 20%
That's
off.
something you used to do all the time, right? Where you would have
15, 20 if you're VIP.
you used to have special nights at Vault 5421 all the time, right?
We used to all the time, and then of course with COVID, and
Right.
then it's gotten to where like now I'm back at 80, 90 hour weeks.
Yeah.
So
Oh my God.
I'm like, I don't want to add events right now. Plus we're getting really busy. Like it's amazing.
That's great.
The bar is so busy. I don't need to do a theme night to
Well,
try and
that's
draw
good
people
news.
in. You know what I mean? So it actually gets to where then I'm just managing the crowd.
I understand that you had limited nights at the bar for a long time. Where are you
Yeah,
now
we're
with?
doing like I'm looking at expanding them again because it's been crowded. But right now we're at Wednesdays and Thursdays 5 to 10, and then Friday, Saturday 5 to midnight.
Okay.
But it's starting to look like we need to go back to 1 in the morning.
Oh, that's good
on Friday,
news.
Saturday, and probably 11 on Wednesday, Thursday.
Well, that's a good problem to have.
That
You need
is
to stay
not-
open longer.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
So
How good was your curbside service in the past year? That was
you know, it's funny because we didn't get a lot of people taking us up on it. We were offering it left, right, and center, but people wanted to be in the store, you know?
Well, there's a lot
And
of
then
cool
when they're shut down, so that's why he was doing like the virtual shopping. Like, okay, I'll go around with a camera, and you tell me what you want to look at, or he'd send pictures of a whole section of stuff.
Because that was one of the big draws, man. Your story is so awesome just to walk around and look at all the things.
Yeah,
I would
look at
understand why
everything.
somebody doesn't want to just drive by and you hand them
Yeah.
something. Part of the experience is being
Coming
inside
in.
and
So
seeing
it
it
was
all.
weird being shut for so long,
Yeah,
and
right.
Todd having to like just walk the store sad, sad and like, I miss you.
What capacity are you right now when it comes to staff? Would you consider
We're
yourself
back.
fully staffed?
We have more than we had before the shutdown now.
That's good
And
news.
I need more help. So
need
I'm just
more help?
like, I'm working on training up somebody to take on some of my admin stress.
So you can cut it down from 90 hours a week down to 80,
I
like
just,
a normal.
if I can get back down to like 60, I'll feel awesome. Because, in my off time, we have the grandkid. So we're like helping raise the grandkid from Thursdays after school to Monday morning.
And how old now?
He's 4 and he's awesome.
Remember that?
So
When he was born, and now he's
can he run the register yet?
He wants
He can
to.
reach it.
Like this kid, no, he wants to take over the store. Like my kids don't want anything to do with it. Like Darian works here, that's fine, but he doesn't want any of my headache. Like he's like, you that's all you, mom.
Yeah.
But my
Seems like wants to go home at the end of
grandkid
the day.
already is like, oh, when do I get to work at the store? When do I get to, like he wants it to be his store.
I think that's a lot of kids though, because they always want to be so helpful. They want to like vacuum with you and they want to do all
he's the coolest though. He's like way into horror, way into Venom, Carnage. I don't like horror at all, so I'm like, but like, here, watch this fun, Labyrinth movie with me. But no, he's
Labyrinth is kind of creepy, isn't it?
he likes the creepy parts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. But it's so weird. He's like super into like Alien and he wants to watch Chucky and we won't let him.
That's where we
But,
draw the
like,
line.
I think that's responsible
he sees
parenting.
trailers for things that he's like, I want that.
Labyrinth,
Right? He has a
Labyrinth,
Chucky
Venom.
costume.
We got Labyrinth and Venom. Chucky, that's where we draw the line.
Like, no. He's seen Gremlins. He loves Creature from the Black Lagoon, which I was surprised because it's very
Like the classic.
slow in parts.
classic
He
black and
loves
white,
it.
or is
Yeah,
this-
he loves it.
Wow.
Loves Ghostbusters, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, this kid's pretty cool. He's
Excellent.
pretty cool.
Well, he's your grandson.
Of course, he's been raised right.
Pop loves it.
built
He's like,
in,
yes.
Been raised right. Is that Pop Pop? Is that what?
Yeah, Pop.
That's what
Todd is
Todd's called?
Pop.
So weird to think about
I
that.
know,
So weird.
I know.
That doesn't sound right at all.
Yeah, he's a cool kid though. Man, he's smart as a whip too.
So of those 90 hours a week, are they all here back at the store, or do you work from home some of those hours?
I work from home a lot,
Good.
as much as I can. But now that we've started doing the live shopping show, the Pop Shop Live thing.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Man, that's a lot of work. So it just jumped up. It's like a whole nother business.
Tell
So we
people
got
about
the
that.
blog, the
Tell
store.
people about that and where they can find that.
Pop Shop Live. So it's popshop.live is the website, or you could go on to either the Android store or the iPhone store, whatever Apple store.
iPhone store. The iPhone store. Oh, look!
There
he is.
It's a Todd sighting.
Todd is coming from inside the house.
But you can download an app for it.
Okay.
And it's super easy. It's like having the home shopping network in your pocket, but full of like pop culture-y stuff and artisan stuff. So it's pretty neat.
What's been most popular for you over there? Your seller, your big seller.
Oddly enough, it was stuff that like wasn't moving in the store for years, and it's California mainly audience, so they glom onto
Wow.
things that I guess over there they can't find, and we have sitting around. Like, so it was a lot of the designer toys and like Vinylmation stuff, and I don't know, some weird obscure things that we had that I love, but it wasn't getting enough traction or interest locally
When
for us to carry stuff like that much.
when you're doing this, is one of you live on camera for this? Is
Yeah,
like Todd on camera
it's
say,
like the Todd show.
Okay.
All right.
he's quite comfortable with that.
I keep trying to talk him into doing, because we do a happy hour the first hour of the show where we do 15% off everything that's preloaded on
Okay.
the app in our store front thing, and then you add listings on the fly based on people want to see the anime section. What do you got new in anime? So Todd will go over there, show them, we'll film all the cases and stuff, and list that thing, list that keyring,
Okay, all right.
So you're making listings on the fly for stuff, live shopping.
And this is
you know?
happening live. Yeah, it's all happening live.
And we do first dibs on like collections we get in for the Pop Shop viewers. So we'll be like, we're opening this collection live with you
Okay.
before it hits the shelf,
Like an
and then
unboxing.
they get first dibs on us making a listing for them to buy it.
Okay.
And then whatever doesn't sell through them, we put out the next day in the store.
And how many days a week do you do this?
We were doing every Tuesday at 9, and now, because I was getting home at like 4:30 in the morning, and that's our long day already. It's the new book day, the new process product all comes in, and now it's like 3 and 4 distributors we're getting all these shipments for. So it's like my day starts out super early, and then I get home at 4:30 in the morning, and I was like, okay, these 20 plus hour days are like,
It's too much. Yeah.
whew, and then I have to come in the next day to prep all the shipments.
That's all the stuff you just sold, you have to ship.
So, and I'm like, there's no recovery time from that, and I'm too old. So now we're like trying to figure out, like we're gonna try Sunday. Tomorrow we're doing a show.
Oh, you're kidding. Tonight?
And it's a Funko Focus one. Yeah, tomorrow after tonight.
Good plan.
Tomorrow we're doing. They're doing a Funko night on the app for. It's from 3 to 6 p.m. So, and then we'll probably go longer doing other stuff like new books or new restocks and stuff after that.
And when you do this, you lost me. When you do this, how long is a show? Like you're on for an hour, 2 hours?
No.
Check.
It's Todd you're talking about.
Yeah, so he could just keep going.
There is no 1 or 2 hours. As much as I would like to go to bed.
So do you have a set group of things you try and sell every night, every Tuesday?
We have like stuff that we preload in the thing, a variety of stuff, and then we ask for like requests.
I think we lost her.
What?
We lost her. Check. I hear me, but I don't hear her. Go ahead,
She's
go
there.
ahead and talk.
She's there.
Hi.
No.
She's there.
Bum, bum.
I don't hear her.
Dun, dun, dun.
She's there.
Okay, he says you're there. Go ahead. So you have a set amount of things you try and sell every night?
Yeah.
You're right. She's there.
We preloaded a bunch of stuff, a variety of things, and then kind of ask what people want to see after. Like if we have a collection, we'll feature that next, and then we'll feature new releases or stuff we just got in restocks of, and then we'll take special requests, like, oh, I want to see anime or horror or whatever, and we'll go over there
And the preloaded stuff, you said you do at a discount when you first
yeah,
start
in the
the
first
show?
hour.
Very
And
good.
I'm trying to convince him to do a hoppy hour, where during that time he's Kermit the Frog and does
He's
his
good with the voice.
puppeteering.
He's good with the voice,
No,
yeah.
he trained under Steve Whitmire,
Like
the
have-
actual Kermit the Frog.
Like have him go under the table and like we don't see Todd, we only
You see, yeah, Kermit.
that
And Kermit will
would be
do-
selling the items.
Kermit would do the first hour.
Sure, I'm sure the Jim Henson family would have
I'm sorry,
no problem with that.
I'm working on the audio because there's some issues with the audio coming through, but everything is fine. I'm just making it work.
That's good.
You just
Fine,
you're gonna,
it's
just
fine.
gonna have to
Carry
this
on.
from
I'm sure the
Everything's
Henson
okay.
the Henson family has no problem with
No,
you
I'm sure.
selling items.
Look, it's hoppy
Kermit's
hour.
voice? Right, hoppy hour. That's right.
It's just some frog.
That's right. It's just some random frog with eyes glued to it. It's fine.
Oh, Kermit, he did study
Oh,
under
just
Kermit.
got a message saying that was better. Whatever you
Yay.
did. Think we're having people at home. By the way, you have a lot of them here who are just letting us know about our audio.
Hi, everybody.
And Charlie Moore just said the audio just got better. So thank you to Charlie. I see Charlie, Stephen, Mo, Pollock. These are all just
Hi,
people
Mo.
that are there watching. Let's see. I'm scrolling. Chad Santo, Greg
You guys don't see
Donahue,
this cute baby over here.
Megan Beck. We were thinking about shooting him, but we wanted to get permission first because we are live.
The baby
Dan
needs to be
Gill.
on camera.
Dan Gill, Joe Allen, Zach Smith. They're all people online here. Mackie has a question for us. We'll try and get to that later. Christopher, Heath, and Zach. We got a lot of people watching you right now.
There's a baby. I know, and I'm making baby faces across the camera.
Can't help it. Maybe they'll come and
You
sit
can't
with
help
us
it.
too
He's
later.
so cute. I just want to squish him.
So for those that are watching live
So
right
if I
now,
steal a baby tonight,
that's all right.
it's okay.
But you know, what? Speaking of stealing babies,
Wait, we're having a
I have
topic of
enough.
speaking of stealing
I'm going
babies.
to switch it over to kittens. We always like to get a cat
my God,
count.
did you see my
We always like to
kitten?
get the cat count.
I almost brought it today, and
you
I was
have-
like, it's a long day.
you
I
have a new
can't bring the
kitten.
kid.
How many cats do we have at home now?
All right, look.
Oh,
we
here we go.
were down to 4.
Here we
Down to 4.
go. Here we go.
They're all strays and like shelter kitties. So
Can't say no.
I can't say no.
All right, so you're down to 4, but I thought you were about to say but. Here we go.
Okay, my friend Jackie, one of our cage dancers, does fostering for stray cats and the litters and gets, helps get them fixed and stuff like that and rehome them. And there's this mommy cat they've been trying to catch for a while, had another litter.
Oh, geez.
So she took the kittens as soon as they were old enough to be weaned and has been finding homes. And the runt, the little, what would you call least adoptable tabby, like nobody adopts the tabbies. It's so sad.
Why? What is that?
I have a tabby thing. I love tabbies. And so we took the little runt girl, and she's the cutest thing ever.
Isn't it best to have the runt because they're the tiniest and they grow up to love you the most?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Our cat Boudica is the favorite, and she's a tabby, and she was the runt. And I took her in from rescue place, but she's the loveliest cat you'll ever meet.
But you still haven't answered the question, how many cats are in the house?
Now 5.
5.
Okay?
The number right now is 5.
Still.
So that's more than people?
When
More than people.
when we lived in a cul-de-sac on conservation land in the backyard, I used to take in all the strays as well.
Yes.
And not in the house per se, but I would get them fixed and re-released and take care of them and take care of their vet expenses and stuff. So we had 13 at one point. when we lived
Yikes.
there.
I feel like that's 13 too many cats.
13
Only
is entering crazy
6
cat
of
lady
them were
territory.
in the house. The
Okay.
rest were all outdoor, they find me. They would find
They
me.
find you. They
They're
know.
They had a marking on the house somewhere that's that's the lady.
They know. Yeah, the little claw
we
mark
would
on the
literally
front.
have
Yeah.
some when I was like, no, I'm at my limit, and they would show up and sit by my front door and just meow at me every day, and I'm like, dang it.
You know what? I'm going to set the camera back up. Why don't you tell me about some of the vendors that we see here?
Okay, there's some awesome ones.
Starting over at the far end there, and I'll just shoot a little video of them as you're talking about them.
What is that?
Tell us where that came from.
On that end there, I forget his studio name, Michael, but he does some awesome wood carving, tiki-like pop culture things. It's good stuff.
I was going to get him to wave at
He's over there.
Hello.
There he's waving. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's good backlighting, Art. You're an excellent cinematographer.
What am I supposed to do? Look how steady I am.
That's good.
What's the name of his store, do you know? When you first come to the door, it'll be the first one you see.
Michael.
Why don't you do this, Art? Why don't you get up and walk over there? I'll turn your audio on the camera on, and you can interview each person really quickly.
Yeah, you should interview him.
wanna do
He's
that now?
awesome.
Yeah, we can do that now.
So let me check and make sure that's going to work.
Look how cool we are. We're wireless. I won't leave, though. I won't leave until you tell me you hear my audio, though. I won't leave until you tell me you hear my audio. You hear my audio? All right, I'm going to take a walk over there. And then I'll wave to you when I'm coming back. Hello, Anna was just telling us about you. We're live on Gods and Monsters Facebook page. We're just coming to see who all the different vendors are. Tell us a little bit about what you sell here.
Hi, my name's Mike, and I'm Ionox Media, and I do laser cut and etched wood.
Etched wood, yes. It might be hard to hear you because this is my only microphone, but that's all right. We want to let people know live on Facebook what they can expect to see.
Wood. I have different topographic maps, as well as 3D art pieces, like tikis that are monster related. I've got coasters here. I've got fun little coin boxes.
Yes.
Knock stuff on the
Knock
ground.
stuff over. That's what happens on live TV. It happens.
My book as well. Some other art pieces here, like the sign from Camp Krusty from The Simpsons, Miyagi-Do Karate, and some customizable pieces like if you want to Scrabble name art of your family. I also do photorealistic etchings as well.
Camp Krusty, possibly one of the best episodes of The Simpsons ever. A good one. Now, when people can't find you here, where can they find you?
You can find me on ionoxmedia.com. ionoxmedia.com.
Very good. We're going to take a little walk around the store, and if you have time later, there's a chair to come sit and talk with us. If you have anybody to run the booth, that is. Thank you very much. Greg, I'm going to move on over here. I see Greg in the background. Can you hear me, Greg? You hear me a little bit? Oh, good. See Greg. I got a couple of vendors here. All right, I'm going to walk on over to the next one.
Here we go. Hi. You're live on Gods and Monsters Facebook page. We're doing a live web show right now. We just wanted to come check out all the vendors. Let us know who you are.
Okay, you're Peach Milk Design Co.
Oh, I see the sign right here. Peach Milk Design Co. And when you're not here vending, where can people find you?
You can find us at peachmilkdesign.art or on Etsy. Just search up Peach Milk Design Co.
Excellent. I'm just going to take a look. Greg, I know you can hear me. I'm just going to take a look around at some of their items. And you can let your friends know you're live on Facebook right now on Gods and Monsters page. Here's their booth. So when you first walk in the door here, to the right, that'll be the first one you see. Peach Milk Design Company. Thank you. I'm going to just quickly look over at Greg. Am I doing okay, Greg? Look, there's Todd behind Greg. Todd and Greg are talking with each other. I'm just going to keep walking over here. Hello. We're live on Gods and Monsters Facebook page. We got a live signal. We just wanted to come and say hello and let us know who you guys are, what your business is.
I'm the artist. My name is Hannah.
Anna.
My Instagram is hannahv.art.
hannahv.art. All right, I want to look at some of the items.
Do a lot of fan art.
Oh, very nice. So that's where people can find your designs?
Yes.
If we need, oh, I'm going to see that one. Very lovely.
Thank you.
And will you be here for the rest of the evening? How long will you be here today?
Until about 10.
Okay, we will be here, and we're live on their Facebook page right now. If you want to let anybody know where they can find you. You can still hear me, Greg? You can hear me? You still hear me, Greg? He can't hear me. But it is working. Thank you. Some business going on here. This is the Crafty Gamer. All right. I'm going to walk over here. You still hear me okay? You still hear me okay? I'll go over here to this one as well.
Yeah, everything's fine.
This segment brought to you by Fun Spot America. No. Hello. We just came to take a look at your booth. You're live on Gods and Monsters Facebook page. And I just wanted to see what you've got here. Tell us the business, what the name of the business is.
I am Alter Ego Arts by Brian Angela. And I do hand sculpting, molding and casting of a lot of horror, creepy stuff.
All right, let's take a look at some of the stuff. Oh, this is excellent work. I'm going to zoom in on the... This is excellent work. Carbonaut Nightmares. And once again, where can people find you online?
They can find me on Mercari, or they can find me on Brian Angeloff on Facebook.
All right, let's take another look down here at some of the mugs. You make custom mugs as well. Excellent. And if you have time later, maybe you can come and sit down and visit with us.
Sure.
We got a little interview area here. All right, Greg, I think I'm going to work my way back to you. Let's work our way back to Greg.
Hi.
Should I go into the store or should I save that for later?
You can go in the store now, or maybe save it for later.
All right, we don't use all this all at once. All right, I'm going to come back to us live here. You can switch that camera.
All right.
Wow.
What-
This is totally going
What
on
is-
my
oh,
resume.
That's okay. That's excellent. No, that actually sounded better through the HDMI than this mess of splitting and changing and all that.
When I disassembled the unit that the camera sits on, that
Yeah.
shotgun microphone gets unplugged. And that's probably a way better microphone than the mic that's on this camera. But you could still hear me okay?
Very good. Yeah.
Wow, that's excellent. It's probably because it was right on top of me where I was talking.
Right. I couldn't hear the vendors as
Yeah,
well.
it was. I knew that was going to be the case. I tried to zoom in or step closer.
Sure. But if we ever do this again, and we probably will, then you
Yes.
know that we need that shotgun mic because that's going to be perfect.
That would be the one camera that I would put that back on the case. Wow, look at us with a live
Exactly.
remote camera.
I'm impressed myself. that
Were
it
you
worked.
pretty happy with the way it looked? I couldn't see.
No, it looked and sounded much better than how we sound right now.
Excellent. I'm scrolling all these names of people popping up that
Yep.
are watching.
We've got 10 people watching at the moment.
You were talking with some of them, asking them about our audio. It seems to be not an issue.
It's better now. I'm going to check it one more time if you want to just
Sure.
take a couple of seconds here.
So once again, I believe the store is going to be open till midnight tonight. Vault
what that says down there?
5421.
I believe that's what that says.
Vault 5421 is going to be open till midnight tonight. And since
I like Vault 542.
Greg is testing the audio, I'll read to you what I have here. To please everyone, come on out and join us at the 6th anniversary of Gods and Monsters between 11 a.m., which is already passed, of course, until midnight tonight. Come out and support local art vendors and enjoy 15% off store-wide and 40% off back issues. And for all you grown-ups, Gods and Monsters, we're throwing a cosplay party in our themed speakeasy, Vault 5421, and that goes until midnight tonight as well. Featuring themed drink specials, cosplay bartenders. Would Jen be here?
I dare say she may be.
I hope so. I have not seen Jen in forever. Cosplay bartenders and cage dancing performances by Kim Van Horn, who I believe, Anna was just talking about her. She had the stray cat situation.
Every time I hear Stray Cats, I can't stop thinking
the
of
group. Yes, with the fancy guitar. Yes. That's what they hear when those cats come to their house, because they know that's the safe place the stray cats can come to their house. Come in your favorite cosplay and get a free shot or soda with your first bar purchase. Can you turn my headset up a little bit? I feel like I don't hear.
I can't. And here's the big problem. And
I still hear you good.
We'll just
If I'm okay, I feel like I hear my own voice more than I do my ears. I sound low.
It's unfortunate. If I turn you up, you start getting pretty distorted.
Is it because I'm bringing it too close or something?
No.
Okay.
So you may have to.
As long as you know I sound okay, then don't worry about it. It's okay.
You're coming through okay. A little soft, but if I turn you up, you'll be distorted and everybody will be sad.
Does it benefit us because we don't have a mixer for me to shut this off right now? Or did you already do it?
It doesn't matter. There's no difference.
Okay, there's no difference. Okay.
I mean, you can shut that off to keep extra noise from coming in, but otherwise, it's because of the way we're piping audio into this. It's awful.
Okay, but it's still awesome.
Yeah.
I think this whole thing is awesome. I'll keep reading the rest of this part here. It says, cosplay bartenders and cage dancing performances by Kim Van Horn. Come in your favorite cosplay and get a free shot or soda with your first bar purchase. Just mention your costume at checkout to receive your shot. I'm talking to you, Wonder Woman, wherever you went.
I don't know where they went, but I expect they will be back.
When I first got here and I was unloading my car, the four of them were like walking across
really?
the parking lot, in my mind, in slow motion.
Oh.
But they were walking towards us and came in here, so they've been
like
here for a little while.
that Jay and Silent Bob scene?
Yes.
That's incredible. No.
It also says here, thank you all for ongoing love and support. We wouldn't still be here without you.
Yes,
this is a free event.
That's true. You guys out there who are the patrons of this store, who visit time and time again, who spend their hard-earned money at Gods and Monsters, you guys are the ones that have kept this store alive.
Yes, for 6 years now. And then Julie is letting us know the audio is good, by the way. Thank you, Julie. And we got Corey here and Dan, and we have Mike, Jamie.
Oh, I know Mike.
You know Mike Sa?
I do. I work with him on video projects time to time.
We'll have to talk about that also in a little bit later in the show because we'll have some time
Perhaps.
to kill tonight. Corey is also here. Thank you all for watching from home. If you're in the area, please come by tonight. They're open till midnight. The vault is open till midnight.
Oh dear.
And speaking of,
I
wasn't speaking of him.
Let me get on the volume control.
Just our volumes and now you don't have to turn if you want because you've got your own camera there. People can talk right at you.
Hello.
He's been here 3 seconds and he's already said the word hell.
I have. I know. Just
keep it clean.
Todd, you know what, Todd? Keep your controversy to yourself.
Yeah.
That's what most people say.
Sure.
It kind of sounds silly to say welcome to the 6th anniversary, Todd, but this is your anniversry.
It's crazy, right?
So congratulations.
I believe you had something to do about this.
This is kind of also the pseudo anniversary of when Anna and I started to kind of percolate as a thing.
I guess because at the point, right as you opened 6 years ago, you had spent the last year together, probably every day.
Yeah.
Every day for a year.
But Anna actually counts this as kind of our obviously not our wedding anniversary, which
meeting anniversary.
You guys were there for that too.
Yes,
if I recall.
That was January 1st, I believe.
Yeah,
covered it.
Yeah,
New Year's Eve or New Year's Day?
It was yes.
Yeah,
it was one of those.
You ought to know. I mean, it's probably
around that part.
The ladies like it when you remember what actual day
I'm
it was.
finding that ladies do like it very much when you remember things like that.
And if you are interested, by the way, their wedding is on the Gods and Monsters Facebook page in the video section.
And
we did that live.
Featuring such luminaries, interviews with such luminaries as George Perez.
George Perez sat here with us.
I know.
Thank you. Oh,
Hey,
it's somebody's birthday.
What's happening?
Hey,
Oh, is there a restaurant over there?
what do you think?
Yes, it appears that the hey business, good
DJ.
business.
DJ. What you think, girl?
What is
We'll wait
going
till the
on?
applause is over.
Oh,
So,
I see it now.
it's over there.
Eating,
Yeah.
They're,
They
eating,
have no respect for the podcast.
they're eating outside.
No respect.
Hey,
This is war.
foot traffic is foot traffic.
This is war.
We'll take.
I don't care.
We'll take the foot traffic.
I don't
We're
care.
happy.
You know what I say? Art? Viva Brazil.
Viva Brazil. That's
Viva
right.
Brazil.
Viva Brazil and all those tour buses filled with Brazilians.
I'm drinking Brazilian. What am I drinking tonight, you ask?
Brazilian.
All right.
Ginger ale?
I'm
Hey,
drinking.
hey, Todd, you have a great voice.
Yes.
We can hear it from
Yeah, you don't have to
space.
shout.
You don't have
no.
to be in the microphone.
Oh, I thought I was competing with the.
No competition.
You're like God, no.
Let's
hear
have
you loud and
Todd's.
clear.
Let's
Loud
have
and
Todd's camera promote his ginger
Loud
ale
and
that he's
clear.
about to
I
promote.
can hear you.
Go ahead. You show us in your camera there what we're drinking tonight.
How could I possibly hate such world spirit
Yes.
as the Brazilians bring? When I in fact endorse
To the camera.
They're,
There we go.
There it is.
their favorite drink, Island Side.
Oh, but that is not from Brazil, or it is.
Guaraná.
It is from Brazil.
Yes, this is a
That's a
Ah.
Brazilian ginger ale.
champagne cola. It's very tasty. Would you like some?
A champagne cola, which is
Maybe after
Perhaps
my
I will
root beer.
pour it over your body.
a champagne cola, which will be
as is the native tradition.
So would that be a champagne shower?
It's like a. What, I don't know. It tastes
Wait,
it's like a.
That says Antarctica. That's not Brazil.
Here, what if I slid it over to you? You took a sip, and then
It's
you'd
a
be
Brazilian
like,
favorite.
"Oh, I see."
I think he said it's a Brazilian favorite.
It's kind of like a spicier Sprite, I guess.
No, I love ginger ale. I think it's a treat.
It's kind of a lighter, a lighter ginger ale, I guess.
I'll have to try one later then. Yes.
Oh, we got a lot of people
I
here
like it.
saying hello to you as well, by the
Hello,
way, that are here.
everyone.
Corey and Dan.
Sorry,
and
I'm so loud.
and
so terribly
Mike.
loud.
Well, this isn't our ideal setup. It's not our final form.
It's
But
not?
yeah, we're
I don't have
working
earphones
on it.
on, so that's probably
No, I know, and that's another
probably-
problem. But we
That's unusual. Usually,
Yeah, well,
usually I've got
It's
earphones.
a
I've got the
different
whole thing.
setup. Yeah, it's a different setup. But you can see all the people saying hello
My
to you.
lovely
there.
wife, everyone.
Yes,
My
she
lovely
sat with
wife.
us for a while. There's just some of the people that are there saying hello
look
to
at that.
you.
How cool. Look at all the
next
people.
time we'll have the board.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
the
there's so many
we'll use the
people.
board.
You agree the audio board next time?
Audio
Okay,
board
no
next
big
time.
deal. So we were saying George Perez. You were mentioning George Perez was at your wedding. You can
George.
find that. Greg and I did an interview with him. It's
Yeah.
on the YouTube page.
Name dropper.
And
I
heck
know,
yeah.
right?
He sat and talked with us about Teen Titans.
this is just George
Just
Perez.
George Perez.
I think since the wedding, though, he's announced his retirement. He's happily enjoying retirement
I
now
believe
somewhere.
so. He had a couple years back. He had some issues with his eye.
Yes.
that was a major concern for
For
people.
somebody who inks.
I know for somebody whose eye is an
Please.
instrumental piece of what they do.
Sure, but
All right.
it was happy to meet
But
him that day.
But apparently, all of that is rectified.
Great.
He's retinalified.
Retinofied.
Yeah,
Good.
he's, you got,
That's a new medical term
got
by
all, got all
Todd.
fixed up. Got all fixed up.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And let's drop some more names.
Okay.
When was the last time you spoke to Neil Gaiman?
Anna.
I feel like he's busy.
I'll tell you, Anna spoke to him just the other day.
I feel like he's a busy fella.
She had a we had a conundrum. We had a crisis.
Oh
Do we
my!
have crisis music?
Do we play the
on-
crisis sound? Dun dun dun.
Dun,
Okay.
dun, dun, dun,
I don't
dun.
have. I
Oh,
don't
let's see
have,
that
What's
with the
this?
camera. There we go. Show the camera. Yes.
I don't have sound effects.
We
yet.
did went. We went and met him. We walked over with
That's the best
with the
business
wireless
decision
camera.
we made all day.
Yes.
For Eric's room.
Oh my God, that's great.
Oh,
Yay.
you did say
Oh, cool.
Ghostbusters fan. Yes.
Frankenstein tiki, but he hasn't gotten into Frankenstein
It,
yet.
it looks like something you'd win in a carnival, throwing darts at a thing, doesn't it? No,
Yeah, and they
it
brought
looks
that
great.
home.
I mean, a nice one.
Yeah.
a nice dart.
A nice
you threw
carnival.
a nice dart.
A nice
Very
carnival.
nice
and a
and
nice
detailed.
balloon.
Yes.
I love it. I think it's great. That's
He
awesome.
is working on a creature from the Black Lagoon tiki that I need to get. for
Which
Eric's
you
room.
also said was one of the favorites right now at home. Yes.
It reminds me in her hand of remember the mirrors we used to get?
Yes.
The what? You know what I
The
mean.
David Bowie mirrors. Remember Vizela had the Def Leppard
Oh my!
mirror?
No, I had one too. I
And
had.
they'd come in the really cheap
Yes.
cardboard frame.
Yeah.
Yes.
It
Say
rem-
hi to Gavin.
Oh yeah, just glance at it.
That's what you would get.
Like she's come off
Okay.
the tilt-a-whirl.
I see
Yes.
it. I see it.
Those you get at the
I see
carnival,
it.
the glass
There it is.
mirrors.
What is that? What is that made
Hi,
out of?
Gavin,
That's
Sophie.
wood.
Yes.
Is that wood on
Yes.
top of metal, or is that just wood?
It's wood on top of wood.
Wood on
isn't
top
it?
of wood?
It
Yeah.
is.
Oh, it's so
carves
thin.
off.
It looks
It's like
fragile.
it's layered.
Those are layers.
Cuts.
Oh wow!
I know.
That's
Madness.
so cool. All right.
Yes,
so
we walked
there's
over and
more
met
to-
with him,
There's
yes.
more than meets the eye.
I
Well,
know. I know, which is a different franchise altogether.
Well,
Yes.
you know.
Neil.
Neil Gaiman,
She, so she called in Crisis. We were in Crisis.
Crisis,
Yes.
yeah.
Dun-dun.
Crisis, yeah.
Yes, we'll pretend there was a button. No.
Dun-dun-dun.
We needed to name our new kitten,
Ah,
and she wanted
yes.
input.
That was the
from,
crisis.
From Dream. And it's funny, she had been batting around the name Misty, and Neil actually, that was his first.
Perfect.
They came very quickly to the same conclusion.
I feel that
So I got a kitten now.
he had time to take your phone call, which was good, because I feel like he's busy right now. He's doing things.
I guess.
Yeah, you guess he's busy?
I guess he's man. Did you see the
Something with HBO.
Well, they did the Sandman series is coming.
Yes.
They just dropped some behind the scenes stuff for that with him like walking around sets and talking about
let's
it.
let's
talking
play
to
the
some of
clip. Greg, you
actors.
got the clip? No, he doesn't
yeah,
have the clip.
right.
All right.
Gwendolyn Christie,
I got
but
it.
it's cool because you get to see. I think his name is Jim Sturridge. Is the guy that's playing Dream, Morpheus, the main protagonist.
There's the clip. You see it?
Oh, jeez.
No, we're not
not
seeing
the
that
clip.
clip.
The titular character.
But yeah, season one.
But you can certainly see Dream in there, like when Jim Sturridge is talking. So I'm excited to see him in full.
Now, because it's an HBO show.
I'm sorry, what? Creamery?
Dreamery.
Oh, Dreamery.
Dream with a
in
D.
full Dreamery.
Okay,
I don't know.
Dreamery. D with a D.
Because it's an HBO show,
Right.
it doesn't get that kind of world premiere, red carpet type of thing. Sometimes they do things like that.
Sometimes they do.
But in the world of COVID right now, that's not a popular thing. But man, he's busy. He's a busy fella right now.
He's a busy guy, man, and deservedly so. He's a great guy, super clever.
Yep.
And just who doesn't love Neil, man? Like if you've got something bad to say about Neil Gaiman, I don't know that I trust you in life.
I got
Like,
nothing.
He's
I'm not saying a thing.
Bastard owes me $20.
Nope, not saying it. Not saying a thing.
So tonight, of course, 6th anniversary. You got stuff going on at the
True
Vault.
story, yes.
You've got your discounts going now for anybody who comes in
Sure,
cosplay.
yes.
Tell us what you're looking forward to this evening.
If you want the sale, please mention it, as it's kind of like
It's a
secret
sale.
secret word sale.
Yes.
Yeah.
Secret word is, hey, give me the discount.
Now, who are the 4 girls over here? One of them dressed as Wonder Woman earlier. Did you know them?
No, I don't. I saw them bopping through though. They're
Yes.
probably in the bar if they haven't left
course.
already. but-
Oh, I misread this. I thought that local art people would get 15% off store. This is everybody gets 15%
That's
off
correct. I'm
store
terrible
wide.
at business, as you well know.
You've said many times
Greg.
before.
How do you feed your family?
It's weird, right?
That's
weird.
It's insane. It's
How do I feed my-
insanity.
Have you seen me? Look at this.
Craziness.
He feeds them with Orange Dream soda.
Yay.
Sponsor.
Delicious.
One of
That's
my
right.
favorites.
That's right.
So that's everybody. Come on down to Gods and Monsters. Can you rattle out the address? We don't have it on here, do we?
The address
Oh,
is
it
at
is.
the-
It's right here. 5421 International Drive.
That's the number.
It's in
easy
the
to remember.
Orlando
Yes.
Crossing
There it is.
Plaza.
It just went across the screen right there. If you're looking at us
I don't
live.
watch our show. I don't know.
Well, you should take a peek at it. In 10 seconds, it'll be here, but on Facebook. But yes, the address is at the bottom of the screen. So is the phone number, of course, if you have any questions about items for sale,
Sure.
back issues.
Sure. I have those.
Items hanging on the wall. You just put up on Facebook recently some of the new artwork that you've got up on the wall.
I saw that. Yeah.
Bonnie and Dennis, some of our regulars. I don't think they're.
Okay. Now I will. I'll walk back there with the camera while you're talking about
they're
it.
set up today. I
It
think
looked like your art area is growing a bit.
it is. We've recently gone back into the poster business. We used to sell a lot of the
Art, don't go.
the 24 by 36s that
Yeah.
we used to sell. The boarded ones. We're back in. We've gone direct with them again. So we're doing the.
I saw that. You know
a
what?
lot for posters. So.
Art, I believe, has the Raiders poster that you're selling right
Oh,
now.
no kidding.
He's got one from a long time. So we're going to listen in maybe to Art. Whoops, that's oh, there we go.
I'm sorry.
You can't hear him. I can't hear him. I don't know what you're doing. So here's what we can do. Here's what I'd like you to do. I'd like you to maybe speak a bit about what he's showing here.
They can hear me though?
Yeah, they can hear you.
Say the Bonnie and Dennis is the Bonnie Wong and Dennis Haysbert. Since our old location, it's been several years now. They've been
When you were in the old location, you had a much larger art area.
we did. We had we had nothing but space to grow.
That was called what? the Metropolitan.
The Trans-Metropolitan Gallery.
Yes. And did that carry over to the new location?
Not really.
Okay.
It's still kind of is, but it doesn't have the signage up. Like, the back wall isn't big enough for the signage that we have that gives you any idea of how much we scaled down. We don't even
Okay.
have room for the sign for the old gallery
Yeah,
over
yeah.
the new gallery.
Well, yeah.
But no, it's mostly, our gallery has mostly become a home for Bonnie and Dennis's work. They are certainly by far our best sellers. They outsell everybody else by 10 times every month.
Huh.
So it is. So no, it's great to have them along. They're great, and they're very consistent with like restocks. Like if they see, like we'll send pictures back and forth. Like of if something sells, they're very quick to restock. So
Wow,
they're doing it right. Bonnie really good with the likenesses, with the portraitures.
And is this all Bonnie's work here? Or
This is it's about probably 2/3 Bonnie Wong, 1/3 Dennis Hansberry, and that's
All right.
that kind of fluctuates back and forth. Like they're kind of a power art couple, so they're
I
all,
see.
Yeah, it's
And we're seeing the inside of the store right
hey,
now.
look at that store. That's weird.
There's all the miniatures.
Oh, is he doing this? Is this live? Is he doing this
Yeah,
live? Oh,
yeah.
nice.
I think he's on his way back, so we'll
there's our-
just give him a
there's
couple
our
of
horror
seconds to
section.
show the inside of the store a little bit for anybody who maybe has never
6 years.
seen
This is
the
weird.
inside. Yeah, how did that happen?
I don't
How did
know.
that- Oh, okay, so here's an interesting question.
Yes.
At 6 years, is it like many other experiences? Is it like you just started last week and you've been doing it forever at the same time?
I don't think it ever. I don't know if it ever could feel like 6 years. It doesn't feel like quite that long, even with all of the time at Artagon and everything. It doesn't feel like anywhere close to that long.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know.
But it's been a fun ride. I mean,
I still think it's fun. You know, it's tiresome sometimes.
Well,
like
yeah, it's a small business that
it's a small business.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's never quite easy. It certainly isn't easy on the wife. She's doing most of the back end stuff. So it weighs a little heavy on her sometimes.
And also, you have been constantly changing and trying new things and reinventing ideas.
It's as I think as much of a manifesto as I think we're willing to do, in that we try to always do it a little differently, a little like try something new, try something fresh, change things around. It's imperative that people, I don't know, find us more of an experience, as much of an experience as a comic book store. Like just going to the comic book store is one thing, but I want to be memorable.
I totally understand where you're going with that, because you have a lot of repeat customers.
We do.
And they might not continue to be repeat customers if
Who
you
wants
don't
it
really
to get
offer any.
stale?
Yeah, that you
Who
don't offer
wants to
anything
be-
new.
Who wants to be tired? You know,
Right.
who wants to be, you try to keep it clean. You try to keep it organized. You try to get in as much new stuff as you can through collections and whatever, just to keep it fresh and weird. And
Are you still doing a lot of the consignment stuff where
not
people
as much.
not as much?
We do. Obviously, there's Bonnie and Dennis, which we spoke of a second ago. Bonnie and Dennis are the exception to the rule. We have a few people that have some pieces on consignment still, but our regulars, the Bonnies and the Dennises are few and far between.
Yeah.
I see a lot of art and consignment art come and go, but not as much as we used to.
Because at one time you were taking in a lot of people's collections, and
I think at one time we topped out at 16 different consigned
Right.
people at one time. I think that was us at our peak.
Yeah.
And that was when we had the older,
you had a
the
lot
larger
more space. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. You refine down to the people who are dedicated to it and who are consistent sellers. Like, I can't keep Bonnie's stuff in stock, man. It's crazy.
That's great. I mean,
Yeah.
that's good for her. Good for you.
It is. It's great. I'm happy to have them along. She and Dennis are awesome, and
Now-
they're good friends too. They're great.
Do you also offer that consignment stuff as something that people can see online for purchase?
The consignment stuff.
Yes.
outside of maybe our live shows and stuff, it's not really something that we have on our site to sell per se.
It sounds like you don't need to if it's selling well. By the foot traffic, that's great.
I think we may have listed some of the pieces. We do a live show on. I guess we've been doing it on Tuesday nights. That's fluctuating.
That's what Anna
now,
said.
but,
Yeah.
Pop Shop Live. I'm sure Anna brought it up.
She talked a little bit about it. Yeah. She said how you're a maniac running around the store showing things.
It's true.
Add this.
Exactly. That's me. There it is. We feature, since we walk around a lot.
Right.
We typically end up featuring Bonnie and Dennis's stuff on the wall.
Of course, sure.
Anyway, so.
All right. We're going back to.
Oh man, look at that fade.
Art's butt.
Did you see that?
Did you see that fade?
And then it does. It has that effect. It does that effect like when you point a camera at a TV and you get like the Doctor Who whirlwind effect through his butt. That'd be amazing. How did I do?
That is some production value.
You were doing great. And
We saw
then
a lot
the
of
butt
things.
happened, and it was like transcendent.
Once I finished the artwork, I was like, oh, I'm just going to walk through the store.
Yep, we kept you on.
Yeah, man.
Awesome, you guys. So you could see me, but hear you guys.
Right.
Well, I actually thought you were going to be speaking, so I had a lot of noise happening because I had.
Oh, you had my mic
your
up.
mic
Sorry.
on, yeah.
No, I didn't know what to say.
Until
was
I
just-
realized you weren't talking.
He's not saying anything.
Yeah.
That's right.
Go back to Todd. Click.
Yeah, we got to figure this out because I can't monitor in real time anything going on.
Right, and I
Todd
could.
talks a lot. Just go to Todd.
So you guys just kept talking, and then I showed you videos, and
We were telling a lot of Bandcamp stories.
Bandcamp.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
A lot of banging stories. She gets it.
So if anybody wants to come down here, of course, they're open till midnight tonight.
Right,
Please
yes.
come on down. If you're in the area, if you're watching this at home, what's wrong with you? Come on down here. Now, a lot of people, and by the way, as you see on the door here, and then you see on the door there, if you've got your vaccinations,
Oh yeah.
absolutely.
We've the last week or so has seen us lax back a little bit on the expectedness of masks. Here, obviously, if you are still entitled to wear one if you want, if you
course.
take it out, of course. It's even encouraged. However, you don't have to. So if you're vaccinated, like I'm a month and a half in.
Yeah, me
being
too.
I'm
fully
several
vaccinated.
months in, yeah.
So I still wear the mask when I'm at work just because, solidarity.
That's right.
I get it. But give me another couple weeks and we'll probably get rid of mine too.
Yeah, I'll tell you, if I go to a place and the people working there, say the servers even, if they're not wearing the mask, I'm like, why would I bother?
Right.
Yeah.
So a lot of times I'll just go along with the crowd. If the crowd's
Exactly.
doing it,
Don't
I'll
rock
do it.
the boat.
Because I want to be a team player. I want to be mindful and respectful.
Very good.
I want to be liked.
God, I almost went a whole hour not even thinking about masks for once until I looked up at the door and I was like, oh, it's not mandatory anymore. And it's like, oh gosh, I haven't been wearing one for a whole hour.
It
and
is that
it's
weird
odd.
shift lately, though, where it's that because I went into Publix the other day. Like, we did Discovery Cove a few days back.
Oh, okay.
And then I went to Publix the following day, and I decided like they don't require one. I'll go in without
Right.
it. I'll see how that feels.
And you feel weird, don't you?
It's so weird.
Yeah.
It's like swimming in the ocean
it's
naked.
It is. It's like a year and a half of being like
Militant.
and kind of indoctrinated into
Oh, yeah.
this thing,
Yes.
and making peace with it and going along with it, and that's fine. But it's like palpably strange to go out.
Yeah, we went to the mall today, and the mall says it was the Oviedo Mall. Masks are not mandatory, but each store still may have their own rules.
Sure.
But for the most part,
Everybody was like, okay.
Yep.
I know.
I mean, we'll get there. I'm another couple of weeks away from like just being done with it. I'm sad that I'm still wearing it. Look at this. Look at this. Looks moneymaker.
You can't cover that. I mean, that's
you know what I mean?
That's a lot to.
How have I even managed to
drink,
stay in business
to
Right.
drink
for these
in,
last
yes.
6 months without shit on my
the,
denim?
the Brazilians who know you from your face want to come here, and they're like,
face.
oh, he must not be working here today.
Hey, I am often faced with Portuguese people coming up and going, "Your face."
Yes.
That's what they're coming for.
That's
Your
right.
face.
Your face.
I've come all this way.
Yeah,
Please,
I've
sir.
come all this
I've
way for
traveled
your
so far. Please, the face.
The bus. It was very hot.
You know what I say? Art?
What do you say?
Viva Brazil.
Viva
Hey,
Brazil.
there you
Yes,
go.
yes. So the tour buses, yes or no? You still see them?
What is it?
The tour buses, you still see them?
No.
Okay.
Those stopped, I think, a few weeks before COVID.
Oh, okay.
And in the time since them shutting, I guess, that system down, I think it was Super Tours.
Okay.
Super Tours was the company.
You
working outside
also,
of the
I saw on your page or a page somewhere, the trolley comes by here. You are stop number 4 on the trolley.
I believe we are,
on the
yeah.
map. I saw it, and
Okay.
this plaza is number 4.
Is the trolley actively going now?
That I don't know. I just know that
Trolley?
when there is a
Probably.
trolley.
Francisco?
It's got right, you know.
It's called trolley, and this is stop number 4.
Trolley.
Oh, okay. I got a great question. I
Oh,
wish
is that
I
where
could.
they all pedal and drink at the same time? Is that what that thing is?
No.
That's not that?
That's
Oh.
different.
Oh.
What's the thing where they just go ole 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 ole?
I am so fascinated to learn about how the hell this helicopter company got permission to put a pad here in between power lines.
It's crazy.
How?
It's infuriating too, because like every
Very
single
loud.
like I never don't have like this like jerky reaction whenever I'm going by and the thing is taking off. I'm just like, this is how I die.
It just landed, and when I was at the red light to come in here, it was like, oh, one of those tours is going by. No, it's not going by. It's landing right here in front of me. So, but there's power lines on both sides of their business, on both sides
One
of
of my,
the pad, and it's like,
They have one of my favorite
okay.
business names in Orlando, by the way. Air Force Fun.
Is that what that is?
It's called Air Force Fun.
I love it.
see, it sounds like you should bring the kids. Air Force Fun.
That's how you do
Air
it.
Force Fun.
That's how you do it.
We love them.
Have you never flown a drone?
Yes, with
And I've crashed it several times, so it's easy.
I have.
But
I've destroyed
just,
many a drone,
It's just
right?
amazing that the power lines are so close. I mean,
Yeah.
of course, they're not right on top of their building, but
Right.
too close for me.
And how much of it also is probably what would you call it? Depth perception.
That's
and
possibly
Yep.
true as well.
You know,
I mean, you have to assume that the pilot is well
maybe
trained
Maybe
Oh,
they're
God,
just that
hope so.
good.
and
Let's
To keep the
probably
blades perfectly between. The
probably
wires.
not drunk.
And for them, it's probably not even close to them. But just for me, as I
Yeah.
drive by it, it's like,
It seems
wow,
really
there's power
close.
lines right there.
You
And then you
know?
drive past the building, and you're like, well, there's power lines on this side too. Oh,
Right.
that must be fun for them.
And
It takes off and lands every 15 minutes or so.
where is it? Is it down?
It's very
already?
regular.
When you look out the double doors here, you'll see it launch in a couple of minutes. I'll let
So
you
it's
know.
like right on the street.
Because it just landed. Did you pass it? Did you come I-4?
No, I came a weird way. I was
Okay.
I was visiting my parents, which
Okay.
they're south from here.
So when you come off of I-4 to come here to Gods and Monsters, you get off at
oh, I've
Kirkman.
seen it. I've seen it before.
The
and when
pad's
it's all
right there.
like when they have the bird hat on it, and nobody can see its eyes.
When it takes off again, I'll point it to you. You'll clearly see it.
All right.
So, and speaking of neighbors,
Yeah.
Okay, so we still don't know what's
Where's
going
the
on
post
here.
office?
Sure.
I had some letters to
I
mail.
was going to say since the demise of Super Tours,
Yes.
it seemed like every other week we were getting the announcement of some new possible addition to this. We've still got Hidden Sushi in the
Yes,
atrium
Hidden
with us
Sushi,
here.
which is the applause
doing
we
very
heard,
well.
right?
There's a sushi place?
Yeah,
That's the
behind
applause
the black
we were
curtain
hearing.
right there.
Oh.
Literally called Hidden Sushi.
That's clever.
I know, and you know what? They're always packed.
Wasn't that 3 Brazilian restaurants?
It's like yes. It's been a few different ones now.
Yeah.
This is I think their third take, and this one is
Oh.
stuck.
And now there's
we
a new
also have
another thing going.
That's going to be a pizzeria. Like a
Oh, yeah, I
Brazilian
did see the sign
pizzeria.
for that. Yes.
That's a
And then
camel.
we've got one over here. Funny story. This one's called Thunderburger. And
Uh-huh.
It's a Brazilian burger joint.
Oh, I might like that.
But
Okay.
we had somebody give us a 1-star review the other night, and he was so mad. He was like, "We drove all the way from Gainesville. This place needs to update their Google listing. They
What?
I can't believe they
Were they looking-
wouldn't
they-
update their listing to
were
show
they-
that they were remodeling.
Were they looking for the post office?
Oh no.
And I was like, what is this guy talk? Like it was like 9 o'clock. I was like, we still got like an hour. Like what do you?
Uh-huh.
I'm here. Like what are you talking about? And the same guy posted pictures of our entry on Google, and it was that. It was Thunderburger.
no.
He thought that Thunderburger was us, and was just like, I can't, because they've got a big remodeling sign out front. He's like, I can't believe it. Like he didn't call or anything. I
Oh,
felt so bad.
geez.
Gave you a 1-star review.
He gave me a 1-star review.
thinking you were the burger place.
Yes.
Gods and Monsters
He
Burgers.
thought that we had shut our doors and not updated our.
Oh no.
social
And you're like,
media.
I'm here. I'm right here.
But,
Oh geez.
we don't
That's to
sell.
say,
We don't sell
um,
burgers.
So Super Tours goes out,
Yes.
and in the interim, these guys start popping up. We've got the pizzeria, we've got Thunderburger. This place next to us, 5423, our next door neighbor is supposed to be
A post
the
office.
the new home for the Brazilian consulate. It was going to be a Brazilian consulate thing
Perfect.
where basically this would kind of be the hub
Interesting.
for Brazilian like incoming tourists. Like if they have problems with their
Yeah.
with their passports or whatever, this is where they'd come.
Huh.
And that was exciting. But I think part of the deal was they had to renovate the bathrooms. And
These
if you'll
bathrooms
recall,
back here?
remember our nightmare
Yeah,
bathrooms?
I remember.
Yeah.
A little over a year ago, it was policy practically for me to hand people the bathroom key to come out here and apologize. I would just be like, I'm so sorry. Because it was essentially a bus stop bathroom, and it was terrible.
And they were barely maintained or
Right.
cleaned.
So they took a month over this COVID period. They gutted everything, the walls and everything.
Oh, yeah?
And it's one.
Oh,
and
let's
now
go
I
with
get
the
people,
camera.
Yeah, let's go check
now
it
I
out.
get people bringing the key back, and they're like,
That's the nicest bathroom I've ever been in.
I was like, that's amazing. So
All
like,
right.
total 180.
5 stars.
Right. five stars for the bathroom.
They didn't have my back issues I wanted, but the bathroom.
But damn, that
5
bathroom
stars.
was choice.
Got a message from Jackie Sonnenberg. Sorry I missed you. I just got back from a con in Lakeland. She just wanted to let you know. Sorry she missed you, but she's watching you live right
Love
now.
Jackie. Where's Jackie? You know what I find myself saying a lot?
Where's Jack?
Where's Jackie?
Yeah.
Where's Jackie?
Lakesha Johnson is watching. Julie Aldman. Oh, you're going to adjust the camera a little bit. Yeah, you felt like it was just over a little too much? Yeah.
Yeah.
Carlos says best shop in Central Florida.
Hey.
My God,
take
Cola.
I'm shocked you can hear us at all. I take my headphones off. I can't hear.
Can't hear
anybody
anything. No,
speaking
it's
anything.
not. Yeah, Todd can't
So
hear us at all.
sorry
Yes.
about
I
that.
know this is no. You know what? This is being married.
Oh yeah.
Now I hear everything.
You can dial in your hearing
you have to
exactly where you
dial
need
in.
it. Yeah.
So,
Calvin.
who?
It's
Talent?
You know Calvin.
Yes,
Hey,
Calvin
everybody.
was here the whole time. Hello,
To
Calvin.
find out it was always Calvin.
Whole time.
How are you doing?
Working?
You look great. Look great. Nice. Have you seen Mom yet?
I did actually. I saw her in the back.
Hey.
Yeah.
How cool. So we getting you back for D&D at some point?
Actually, yeah.
Hey!
I wanted to say that, yeah, very soon, maybe at the end of the month, probably. At the end of the month, probably, I'll be back with Triple D on Wednesday nights.
Yes! That's amazing
They're
news.
setting up
We've
future
had a lot of
gameplay.
people wondering when Calvin would be reinstating his game.
Yes.
And that's great
Oh.
news.
Couple of customers bought some of the new posters.
Excellent. That's good news. Some of your customers walking out with posters, it looks
Oh,
like.
look at that.
Yes,
Great.
very good. Don't hit
Good
the
job,
camera.
guys.
Thank
You
you very
did
much.
it.
Don't hit the
You
camera.
did it.
Yeah, this is foot traffic for you,
And
isn't
you
it?
know what? It's weird. The last couple of months, like, a lot of people, obviously, a lot of people saw a lot of downtimes during the last year or so. The last couple of months for us has been an incredible swell of support, and I guess people getting basically once the stimulus checks started to hit,
Oh, yeah.
and they were letting people spend. I think people were just so tired of being cooped up at all. They were just
Yeah.
like, here's some money. And it was like it was pretty cool, and that momentum hasn't really slowed down. It's very cool.
That's
we started
great.
doing the live shows. We started doing all this
Yeah.
stuff to kind of.
Anna filled us in with that, with the auctions that you've been doing, and then
Yeah, the only thing missing is a regular podcast. Which
I
makes me
know,
very sad.
I know.
But some people have lives, and I understand. What are,
These
you, what are you
schedules.
doing now?
These schedules.
Let's talk
You
about
still
what Art's
teaching?
doing.
You still teaching?
Yeah, but it's summer. Yeah. No, teaching just
4
just
years.
this. I just finished my 4th year. I just finished year 4 being a school teacher. Where I work at South Seminole Academy, we are getting a whole new edit system. We are going to this now.
Oh, excellent.
These are amazing.
That's the big one.
Except I got the 8 input one where Greg's got the little 4 input. You got the 4 input as well.
I have
so the
input
school's
en-
going to provide
input
me
envy.
the 8
Right.
input, and we're going to
have
have the most amazing middle school basketball live that you will have ever seen.
That's right.
I'm going to grab an old iPhone, and I'm going to tape it to the back of the glass of the backboard and watch all those middle school kids not dunk because we're in middle school. But hey, won't that be
How about
exciting?
those other AV programs at other schools have no idea what's going on
No,
at his
they do
school?
not.
Our AV program at my school
know what I
was
mean?
somebody rolling in a big
A
cart
TV,
with
yeah.
a TV and a VCR on it. That was
Yep,
the
rolling
AV
it in.
department.
And secretly drinking behind their desk.
Trying to get the VCR to work.
Yeah.
Yes, that
Well,
was
we
our
watched
AV
Pride and
department.
Prejudice.
Yes.
It's blinking 1200.
Oh, I see Alita is watching. Hello. That's Alita. Hello from Talon and Alita.
Hey.
Yes, a couple of geeks.
Our favorites, we love them.
Yes.
Posted
Talent
it on
said-
TikTok.
Talent
What-
earlier
what's
today.
Talon says took some video this morning,
What's
posted it on TikTok.
That's
Happy
nice.
anniversary.
Very good. Thank you.
Yes,
thank you.
we have not seen Talon and Alita in person here but I do see them online quite a bit. Yes.
I don't see as much of them as I'd like, but yes,
Yes.
it was nice to see Talon again today. That was
So you were asking, yes, school, summer has just kicked in for me. Greg been very busy, with his own film production type projects. You probably lost count of all the things you've done in the past
you've
few
had
months.
a lot going on this last year.
Probably been a part of 15 to 20 projects in the last 2 years.
Oh my God!
But I mean, not like giant projects or stuff like that. These are a lot of private, like short films and.
What do you think is your favorite of the projects that you've done?
My own. I think
Yes.
I did a short film called Break Time.
Which-
Time? Yeah, Break Time.
Jesus.
Break Time.
Both of you horrible at business.
Yeah, well, you know,
but we can find it on YouTube. Yes,
I'm horrible at self-promotion. Yes,
Promotion,
I
yes.
have a third YouTube channel, and that's Good Egg Productions.
Okay.
Yes.
Where I have
You're wearing the shirt. It has to be real.
this is
Yes.
this is as good as I get for self-promotion.
He could probably even pull the graphic up if he wanted
and
to.
somebody made this for me.
Look
There we
at
go.
that. He just pulled it up on the screen.
There it is.
Nice.
That's
plug.
me.
You did.
And I didn't just have that
Look
ready.
at those
I mean,
toaster effects.
it's there. Hey, Video Toaster.
Video Toaster. How do you know Video Toaster?
I know Video Toaster.
That was the
He's
first.
as old as us.
That was the first
Jesus
program
Christ, man.
I worked on that for 7 years doing wedding videos
that
for
right?
the company I worked
How
at.
old are you this year?
What's that?
You're how old this year?
I'm glad you mentioned that.
A lady never mentioned.
I'm
That's
glad you
right.
mentioned that because this August I will turn 50.
You're turning 50.
Yes.
You're turning 50.
Yes.
I
And
see.
I'll be turning
I'm right
50 in
behind
August.
him in November.
Yes, we're all
I have
right
a
there.
year and a half yet.
Oh,
but,
look at this 48-year-old. Oh, yes.
Yes.
But he runs a business, so he feels 55 or 60 already. So
I already feel way older than that anyway. So
yes, Greg, of course, very busy with his projects.
Sure.
You can find on Good Egg Productions is the YouTube page.
4
You've
years
got-
of teaching for you.
Yes, I've finished my 4th year, and we're about to go into
Amazing.
a whole
And you
new
have
level.
not you have not murdered one child yet, right?
Not that you know of. Correct.
all right.
Yes. They've all been accounted for at the end of the year.
Exactly.
We started out the year with
Or at
20
least some children. Some children have.
We
yeah.
started off the year 25% of the kids
Right.
were in person, 75% were at home. It
How do
kind
you
of
teach-
reversed
How do you
itself.
teach video production?
It's
It's
gotta
very
be
difficult. I mean,
online.
a big portion of what we do is Photoshop, teaching them Photoshop, letting them get certification, so I can
So these
show
kids
them
are
my
real
screen.
good with Photoshop.
Yes, so
now.
they got real good with Photoshop.
All right.
But this year now, going with the ATEM system, it's all going to be about production and broadcasting and
Art. No, nobody says ATE.
I think a good
I
solid
thought-
foundation
what do you call it,
in
Black Magic?
Photoshop is understated. I think
ATEM.
that's,
Okay.
I
Like-
do. I think a good foundation in Photoshop studies is understated as a skill set. I think
Absolutely,
that's-
absolutely. Yes.
I think I'd love to. I should take your course.
Yes, take the course. You've done it. Was your logo done in Photoshop?
It was, yes.
Let's show the logo again. They're brought to you by Photoshop, ladies and gentlemen. Good Egg
That-
Productions.
That's not a template, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
I made that.
That's hand drawn
He did that.
in Photoshop. Yes.
That's right.
Very good. So yeah, school
Whittled it with his own
production
two
work,
hands.
and been very busy. In the past been like, you want to try and do a show, and we've been very busy.
It's got to be challenging. I mean,
It is, but I
and
still
we're all
I
old
want to
men.
be
We all have
here.
lives.
I want to be here though. I really do.
I want you here.
I love being here, and it's just so much fun because all the people we always meet, you always come and visit with
You know
us
what
and
I
tell
love-
us good
you know what I love
news.
most of all, I love that when you are here, it's usually days like this where I actually look like this. It's like it gives the impression that it's like this all the
It
time.
must always be like this.
It must always be. It is. It's amazing all the time.
No, I would have bet that on the average Tuesday,
Yeah.
somebody could come to your store
Yeah.
and get very personal attention
I
from
would
you.
hope so.
Absolutely.
I would hope so.
Because you don't have 100 people an hour coming through on a
Sure.
Tuesday, so that's an additional service that you provide as an expert.
I find that the whole heart of this place is that I love this stuff.
Yeah.
I love sharing that with people, and I'm nothing if not boisterous in my
Yes.
fandom. I am. If I love something, I'm going to try to make sure that you love it too. So,
And-
we have more to talk about. Art.
And from what Anna says, it's your love of it is coming across in this auction show that you do.
I sure hope so. We've done about a dozen of them now. We were reached out to by. She probably told you the story.
Yes,
already,
but remind us again
but
where
I
people
will
can find
remind
it
you.
online.
Maybe I'll say something that she didn't. Right? Probably not. Nah. No, we were reached out to by this company. I think they're off the West Coast. They're out of the West Coast, I think. But they do. It's like a home shopping network kind of a thing. where it's live shows. We had to. This is weird. We had to buy our first iPhone to be able to participate in it.
What?
I know, but guess what? Check it out. We paid for it with the first show.
Wow, really?
know,
Those
that's
iPhones
crazy.
aren't cheap.
And we
Those
got,
iPhones
we got
are
the
not
brand
cheap.
spanking fancy new one with the yeah. We got
Oh,
the best
wow.
of the, we right now have the best iPhone on market that we got just to do this thing.
So do you see
humble
the,
brag, humble
know.
brag.
Do you see the
Humble
option as a temporary fix, or now it's the future?
Well, I think that we're certainly going to continue. We're trying to figure out because logistically the show wraps up about an extra 12 hours worth of our time every week if we do a weekly show.
Yeah.
Because we do typically about a 4 or 5 or 6 hour show live.
Wow.
And it's basically just me talk, and really it feels like about an hour and a half to me. Like this is like nothing. Like we've been talking for about 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, with that, that's the way it goes.
that's
When Art and I are done with a 3-hour show, we're just like, man, that was
Right.
fast.
That was fast. But about a 6 hour show, and then we have to come in the following day
And
because
do-
it's
yeah.
all live sales that we're pulling and having to process to mail out.
Yeah,
So
that's
we
what
come
Anna
in-
said.
We come in, usually the next day is typically our day off, but we come in our day off for a few hours so we can process.
That's what she
get
said.
rid of-
After all the success from the live show, she has to come in the next day, and you got to box up all those
So
orders.
it's- So on top of all the stuff that she's doing for the store, that's
Yeah.
already making her tired.
Yeah.
You know.
You can't
it's
box
a-
that stuff up live on the show and say,
Yeah,
"Watch,
right?
here's your
Hey,
item.
watch this,"
I'm boxing it
you
up,"
know?
and then you send it
Well,
live.
make that part of the show, right?
So, would
Okay.
you ever bump that up to more than once a week?
We are talking about doing a shorter Sunday show. Right now, we've been doing a Tuesday night at 9 show. We do Tuesday 9 to about 3. I'll tell you
Okay.
why. Because after 12, you start getting the West Coast people.
Yes.
Which is an untapped market for us.
Yes.
And their primary market for their buyers, like their buying audience, is primarily West Coast since they're a West Coast outfit. A lot of the viewers are West Coast.
Do you
So-
see? You can see the actual viewers pop up. You know where
yes.
they're from.
Yes.
You getting any overseas customers?
We get a few people checking in, I believe, but it's primarily U.S. buyers currently, right now. Their Pop Shop Live is relatively new. I think they've only been doing it for about a year and a half or so. But they're getting...
The service, the app itself is only a year
believe,
and a half old?
I believe so, yeah. They're relatively new. But they reached out to us, and we're like, hey, we're looking to get some comic book stores going with this. And you know me, I try never to half-ass anything, so it's just like, because most of the shows are just like a person with their phone.
Right.
Like they have their phone on a stand, it's just them, and they'll read, like you had that thing pointing at me, and they'll have it,
you can see
they'll
the
read,
names, yeah.
they'll read things real time.
Boring.
And basically
That's
just show the
cool.
comic, like here, this is $4, or this pen is such and such. And of course
Here, take this pen.
well, we got the little gimbal and the stand, and he follows me around the store.
Oh, yeah,
because the store is kind of
that's
the
some
star of
production
the show,
value, yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Now, this
For
isn't
us.
linked to your Facebook page at all. You have to go to a certain.
I think we do we do drop it in on at least a link
Okay.
to tell people that we're doing it because
That's okay.
Because you need a code. I think you got the app and then a code to get into our thing. And
I see.
you know,
I see.
we can
So
buy
it's
code.
going to be a link. So if people are looking for it, you don't remember what he said, where it is, you got to go to their Facebook page
Right.
and maybe click on that link
If-
on Tuesday evenings.
If they go get the app, if they get the Pop Shop Live app, we're one of about 100 or so vendors on there.
Do you find
at our
yourself
store.
getting regular customers, or is it?
Oh, it's a bunch of regulars. We've got probably, I'd say, at least 12 to 20 people that are there on the regular, and then but we've gotten into the several hundred people watching at a time, which is crazy, right? You wouldn't expect it.
That is crazy. I've never even heard
Like
of
I'll
such
be
a
like,
thing.
I'll be like, hey Cal, where are we at? She'll be like 360, and I'm like,
Wow.
Jesus. like hello everybody. You know?
Oh wow!
How do people even
No,
know
it's-
about the service, the app? I don't
It's
understand.
fun. I've got energy. I can,
Yeah.
I can talk.
Heck yeah, you can talk.
Hell yeah.
If he wasn't so busy, he'd probably do this show that we do. And
Probably.
Just, just do it himself.
Yeah, you can work 100 hours a week, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
90, 100, what's the difference?
But
So-
I think the idea is whether we do 1 or 2 shows here at the store a week, every other week, once a month, or whatever. We are currently kind of in the process of renovating our garage into a studio, like studio space that'll be both my theater and a filming space for things like.
You mean at Garage at Home?
Yes.
Oh,
Garage-
there we
yes,
go.
Garage at home. Converting a garage at home because we recently bought a home.
Yes.
And we're kind of toying around with the idea of maybe selling it in this market and getting a.
Oh man,
it's crazy
market's
right now.
hot right now. Yes.
My buddy Al did very, very well with his. He sold his house this last month or so. And
it's fun to look at other
he
houses
did
in your
very, very well
neighborhood.
with it.
When you see other houses in your neighborhood that sell, and you start to think, "Ooh, that they sold.
Yeah.
They have the exact same
Yeah,
layout
but
I do."
even if you sold your house, you'd have to live somewhere, which
Right.
means you'd have to
That's-
pay
exactly
whatever the asking price
so
is.
so
yeah.
we would have to kind of the logistics of that would be
Right.
weird, but we are entertaining the idea of doing that if we can work it out.
And then
But
turning
to
the
have a bigger
garage
place
into a
would mean
studio.
bigger studio would mean a bigger show.
I'd love to turn my garage into a studio, a podcast studio.
You seem like the guy that absolutely would.
Oh, that would be so
have
great.
Art, you have everything. We'll talk about that later.
Man.
Turn my garage into a studio. You can start
those
using
kids
that.
still appreciate that news set you got.
Oh yes, very much
They
so.
better.
And the tours that
Or
come
I'm
through.
gonna take it myself.
He's talking about the backdrop to our new studio.
Yeah.
The first time I saw one of these, Greg came over to the school and we did a demo after school one day. And
cool.
I love this thing. So I'm excited that we're getting this at school. And so you would build your studio in your garage and maybe you'd bust this
Probably
out.
have something like that.
Yeah, and then you'd be doing. Oh, you'd
couple
never.
of cameras.
Oh my
you
gosh,
know.
yeah. The show would just go
That's
for
really
hours
what this
and hours.
is made for, is
But
for
then it
things that are all
becomes-
set up and ready.
But then it becomes kind of figuring out the rhythm of an at-home show,
Yes.
as opposed to a place where I've got
All this.
thousands
yeah.
and thousands
right.
and thousands.
How
of
would that
things
work?
just
You'd
out.
have to plan each show with a
Right.
with a box full of stuff,
Right,
And then
but
you
it would certainly probably be a more casual affair
Yeah.
where it's more talking, just more kind of interacting, more pimping the store, like from afar, like, hey, if you're in Orlando, that kind
Right.
of thing. But yeah,
That's great. So Anna says you guys are back to full capacity when it comes to employees.
yes. And Calvin, this is the first I've seen of Calvin in a while. Bringing Calvin back on board, at least to do the D&D nights, is very exciting.
And what was the night again for that? Wednesdays?
I think we do. I think it's probably Fridays. I think.
Okay.
I think it's Friday night.
where
That's
do they
gonna start
where-
up again.
Where do they play?
What's that?
Where do they play?
I think in the bar. They take over the big.
that table
big,
area.
That big table
Okay,
in the bar.
okay.
But we usually limit it. I think it's to groups of 6. I think.
Sure.
But,
What happened to the tables that were out here? Weren't there big tables out
There
here?
were. There still are from time to time. From Hidden Sushi, we'll have. They take over probably on the regular about half of this.
Those big
atrium.
ones with the seats on.
Yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay.
They're
That's
pro-
good.
This encroachment on their space with my artists tonight is probably driving them crazy.
Wah.
That's more foot traffic for them
I
too.
mean, for real, more eyes on them.
So for right now, nothing's going on here.
It's weird. It's been this really slow process. They were like, let's go, and then it was like 6 months of almost nothing.
Was that COVID?
And then it's them taking chairs in and out, and it's just like, is this what the consulate does?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like.
And it seems like every time Greg and I are here doing a show, it's a different restaurant.
Yep.
Oh man.
Kind of like Murphy
And
Brown.
it's never open. It's
Did you
always
ever-
coming soon.
Did you ever watch the TV show Murphy Brown?
No, I know where you're going with
Every
that show.
episode, she had a different secretary,
Yeah.
and she had so every time we come here to do a show, there's a different restaurant over there.
And how is a camel connected to pizza?
Listen, we're
I
not
think,
marketing
I think you had to
geniuses.
play a secretary on Murphy Brown to get a license in LA.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure.
He's curious about why the camel and the pizza. What's the connection there? Do you
I
think?
don't know. It's a Brazilian
Brazilian
brand,
thing?
I think. They showed me when they were first starting this, and this is again pre-COVID, when they were first showing me the concept designs for this. You know, they had a full themed gazebo style.
Oh, I think
like,
I remember
deck.
that. I think
Right.
I remember
And
that.
It was
yeah.
super cool and really exciting, and then it's just like.
And they used to play really loud music.
Yes.
Were they a victim of COVID? Do you believe?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. They were there on the regular pre-COVID, and then I never saw them again. So I would imagine that just things.
We have a
Something.
question. We have a question coming in.
Go ahead.
So Julie wants to know, the D&D night, is that 18 and up because it's in the bar area?
I could probably get Calvin. Calvin would probably be able to answer that. Give me one
Let's
second.
get an answer on that, because if people are going to ask questions, we're gonna find out.
You would think he would know that, but but perhaps this is.
Hey Todd,
This may have something to do with Florida law, though. Maybe it isn't. It's got to be 18.
it may be, because we have information here that the bar is 18 and up.
Just posed the question. What was the question posed?
The question is, D&D nights, are they 18 and up because it's inside the bar?
Good job.
What do you think?
Well, I guess we've always always sort of done it like that, 18 up. Yeah. So
yeah,
plus
18 and up.
It is a game.
If only
that's-
for content.
Well, yes, that's also true. It is
Saucy.
also a game filled with a little bit of raunchy behavior.
Raunchy
maybe
behavior.
Some mischief that might happen.
Kobolds.
That's
Kobolds. Raunchy behavior.
enough said.
Okay.
All right, that's just one of the questions that popped up on the screen. Thank you for answering
Thank you.
that.
So if you did not hear that because the
Correct,
microphone was
Julie.
probably a little quiet,
Julie
yes,
was asking that. Yes.
it is 18 and up because it is in the
It is
Vault
in the bar,
5421 bar.
Julie was
area.
saying she has a 16-year-old that plays, but yeah, so
I
now we
see.
could clear that up.
and
Oh,
they say dirty words and
Yes.
have
They
adult
There's a lot
content.
of dirty words.
Alita wanted us to know she's watching us on her TV set at home, so we're up on the big
Ooh,
screen,
fancy.
and she says we're
Full
famous.
size, Todd. That's
and I'll,
gotta be
I'll
terrifying.
scroll back a little bit. Alita did say
I'm
Todd
so
already
sorry.
knows, but Talon and I are working on a big project, announcing it next weekend.
Oh, great.
For a couple of geeks. That's
Yes,
where we have
yes.
them. So.
Talon brought me up to speed on the project today. It's very exciting.
Well, Alita, get ready to get your phone out because
Yes, super
here's your
exciting.
green screen. Go for it.
Go, green
Do
screen.
something fun. Do something awesome.
Is this me doing
No, the
this?
green screen. Yeah,
What's
that's
happening?
for her at home.
Holy crap.
So yeah, Talon and Alita, we have not seen them in a long time, so they've got a big announcement coming up. It looks like.
Neat.
Okay, we do have a question for you. Let's. This
yes.
is from Mackie. He was asking us earlier, but we didn't get to questions.
Sure.
He says, "What is your favorite Invisible story?
Invincible.
Story
Oh.
from one of the 25 volumes. What do you think of? Hang on, I got to click more. What do you think of Paul Dano playing the Riddler in the upcoming Batman movie? And are you guys ready for the Mook Knight TV show next year?
For the what one?
Moon Knight
Oh,
TV.
Moon Knight, sure. Oscar Isaac. I love Oscar Isaac. So they got him, and it's him, and I think Ethan Hawke is playing the bad guy. So why not? So
And Invincible, 25 volumes.
of the full run of Invincible, I can't get that first the first probably 5 or 6 volumes out of my head is probably the strongest for me. Just man, a few books have hooked me the way that Invincible did, and the animated series that Amazon has produced is on point. It's very, very good, super heavy. Have you watched it, Greg? Probably not.
I have not.
I see.
I have not.
That's fair. That's okay.
I'm a noob.
It's good. I think you'd like it. I think you'd enjoy it.
It's called Invincible,
Invincible, yes.
and that is on what platform?
That is on Amazon Prime.
I have
right
that.
Now.
I have
that. The first full season is up.
This is an animated series.
It is an animated series based on it's a book that ran for about 160 or 70 issues about a decade or so ago. It was still running while we were a store, but they finished out their run like in the last couple of years that we were around.
And you can find that on Amazon Prime, I believe.
Amazon Prime, yes. It's like 7 or 8 or 9 episodes, but it's quite good. It's a coming of age story about a kid named Mark Grayson, who is the son of that world's Superman, essentially, a guy called Omni-Man, and it's about Mark coming into his own and getting his own powers at puberty and kind of trying to become a hero and live into his father's shadow, and the wackiness, the craziness, and the gore that ensues.
You said it was 100 and some books.
Like 170 issues, single
Yikes.
issues. It went for several years, and it's Robert Kirkman who did Walking Dead.
So I wonder, with 170 books, that's and years to run this story.
Months. That's months. 170 months worth of issues. So what is that? About
Many years.
about
3.5
10
years?
About 10 years or so, right?
Well, there's 12 months in a
I'm
year,
counting
so that
weeks.
would be about
Yeah,
13
weeks,
years.
okay.
Do you feel it had a satisfying conclusion ending?
The book,
Yes.
The book, yes, 100%. It is. I argue. They. It's funny. They always put. I think the tagline on the top of it was the greatest comic story in comics right now, or whatever.
Yeah.
The greatest story in comics right now. And I think they're right. It was ahead of its time. It was a very different feeling narratively than most of your Marvel and DC books. It was.
Because I have to imagine, a 13-year run, you have people who grew up with the characters.
Sure.
And they love it, adore it, that this is their
Sure,
story.
Get attached to it, yes.
And I guess even a different demographic
Right.
can enjoy it as well. I would think, though, that a story that is told over 13 years and has a set ending,
Right.
I can't imagine that it would
create a satisfying.
He is. It wraps up very well.
Yeah, I mean that's
Wraps up
rare.
very neatly. I
It's
know,
rare that something like that
funny,
happens.
He,
that way.
if the story is to be believed, Kirkman had said throughout his run on Invincible that he didn't really see an ending in sight. Like he always had like a long game playing in his head, and there was I think it's called The End of the World is the last story arc, like the last probably 12 years worth of issues that wrap up the story. He said he got about halfway through that and realized that he was writing the end of the story, that he was writing the end, and it was just like, okay, I guess this is how it ends. And so it worked out very well. It's very good. The animated series is doing quite a bit to stay very true to the feel, including getting Cory Walker, who was the original designer, in as like the lead.
I have a lot of respect for that because when you write, especially an ongoing series, to identify that the story is telling itself out and you recognize that and you allow it to happen instead of just writing more story for money or whatever.
You get right.
Have an ending.
Yeah.
Have an ending in your mind.
And while
well, that's what Todd's saying. He didn't really have an ending in mind until he was writing it and it happened.
Right.
Yeah.
He got to a point where he said, I think I'm writing the ending. I think I've got it. I think I'm writing the end. And he just kind of fashioned the rest of it toward that end. Which
And
is
that's
pretty neat.
Yeah, that's admirable as for a writer to recognize that and let it happen.
Beyond that, it's still. I often tell people that when I was reading it, and I was reading it as a monthly, I was reading it as it was coming out for years and years and years, and it was kind of my go-to book. And I've often said, you never read a single issue of Invincible and just be like, oh, that's okay, that was all right. It's always just like, Jesus. It was always a
where's the next book?
Right. It was always a cliffhanger. Like he fashioned it to where everything was like a ta-ta moment, you know.
Yeah.
And issue 8 in particular, I'm not going to spoil it. It is actually
spoiler alert.
For people who have seen the show, it is what happens at the end of the pilot episode of the animated series.
Okay.
The big thing at the end of the first episode is the end of issue 8. And I was reading it, like I said, I was reading it as a monthly at the time, and it was the longest 30 days I had to wait for a comic. I was like, what? Like, it was crazy. What?
Mackie had one more question about Paul Dino. Is there Paul Dano playing the Riddler?
Yeah.
What's your opinion on that?
Matt Reeves Batman. We're talking Matt Reeves one, right? With Rob Pattinson. It's Pattinson,
vampire
right?
Playing
vampire
the Riddler
Batman?
in the upcoming Batman movie. Yes.
Right.
The Batman.
The Batman.
The Batman.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Batman. And by the way, I'm actually I'm not only a fan of the idea of Matt Reeves doing a Batman, I'm a fan of the idea of even Rob Pattinson doing it because despite his early track record with the franchise,
With vampires.
What is
vampires.
What is the capacity of Matt in the did he write it or is he directing?
I think he did the screenplay and I think he's directing.
Okay. All right. So pretty much
And-
everything. Good.
Right. And then Rob, I think, has proven himself, despite what some people may know of him.
The
And
Lighthouse.
and
Did you
neither-
see The Lighthouse?
You know what I'm saying?
Holy hell.
The kid's got
I
chops.
still haven't.
And if Lighthouse shows anything, it's that he can do brooding and
Oh,
crazy. And
man.
he's great. So I can totally see it. And it's the same kind of thing. Like, remember what happened when they cast Heath? When they cast Heath as the Joker, everybody
freaked
lost
out.
their effing mind,
Yeah.
right? And he, of
Brokeback
course,
Mountain.
and like, come on.
Mr. Mom got.
And that first
Yeah.
picture, that kind of faded picture with him in the face, and nobody knew what to make of it, and everybody was just confused.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot like that.
If
are
Mr.
so-
Mom can be Batman, then you can turn anybody into
Right.
Batman.
They're expecting this other thing that isn't going to happen, and I don't know. I think it's good. Now, as far as Paul Dano is concerned, I'm not as familiar with his work outside of what's coming. I did just see a picture of him in some outfit that confused me a little bit, but I'm anxious to see it.
Have you stayed away from the trailers for the
I
Batman?
I still don't do any trailers.
Excellent.
I don't do anything.
Stuck to that.
Yeah.
Stuck to that. I have a question from Loki Dawson.
Okay.
Happy anniversary, guys. I visited you 2 years ago.
Excellent.
And still class
Oh,
you
no.
as the greatest store I've visited.
Thank you.
I
Thank you,
hope
thank
to return in February. You guys
I vowed to
rule.
return to you.
And Loki was asking, what are your thoughts on Battle Pope?
Battle Pope. It is some of Kirkman's earliest stuff. It is over the top, super sacrilegious, and and a whole lot of fun. I've always found it fun. It's also very Kirby inspired, like Jack Kirby inspired artwork and narrative, and just like super crazy powerful guys and very He-Man-esque physiques on popes, like crazy fighting popes, and Jesus is in there, and it's crazy.
And do you think that could ever be turned into a series? Loki's
I have
also
it in
asking
there if
that
you want me to
question.
go grab you a copy.
Oh yeah, just to show us. Yeah, Loki's asking you, do you think it ever be turned into a series or a movie?
I don't know. I don't know if it's.
It's tough to translate that to the screen.
It is. That's another thing, by the way. One of the main. If anybody could get it done, especially
Zack Snyder.
Well,
No.
you know,
No.
if anybody could get it done, Seth Rogen, who is like the main producer guy on the Invincible series,
Yeah.
could totally get it done. Like he's proving himself to be, first of all, he's unusually committed to the source material.
Okay.
Which is unusual for most comic properties. Like Invincible plays like the book, and it's,
Like the original
and
Watchmen did.
What's weird? Yeah. What's weird about Invincible is, and it's this unusual thing that I don't see very often, is that there are moments in the series, in the animated series, where they're improving on things that I didn't realize need improving. So I'm constantly surprised by the show and just going like, yeah, that works way better. And it's like they'll take a fight scene from the book that was 1 page, 5 panels, very quick, very quick, and turn it into a 3-minute, like this amazing choreographed smash fest. It's amazing.
In an animated package here? I mean, so
Again,
it's, yeah.
the end of that first episode is what I'm talking about. The fight with the Guardians. That's what I'm talking about.
And you said
The
you have
fights-
that in here?
I have Invincible volumes.
Oh, that's right. We're
I also
talking about
have Battle
Invincible.
Pope. I have Battle Pope here as well.
So those are all available here in the store?
I would be off my game if I didn't have
Yeah,
Battle Pope in
yes,
stock.
you got
What's
it.
wrong?
You have to stay up on that
That's
stuff.
right.
Do you get introduced to things like, oh, you don't know about this, and then you're like, oh, I got to step up my game because this
see.
is when the kids come in and they say, oh, do you have this? And you haven't heard
I
of
will
this?
say that we obviously we hear a lot of people talking here when they're here. Anime has become a huge thing in the last year or so since COVID, and it's funny. I have a kind of a theory on it. Like we were all stuck in our houses for so
Yes.
long, and we had nothing but time on our hands. A lot of
Yes.
us.
Yeah.
So a lot of us just kind of dove back into our fandoms and dove back into watching these shows, and that's I think why we're still so steady right now is because all these people are kind of rekindling their love of these franchises, these anime, like tons of anime on Crunchyroll and VRV and all these streaming sites. Like Netflix has their own stuff.
Okay.
And so it's really, I think, reigniting something in fans. I love it.
Along those lines, so Invincible just came out on Amazon Prime when? Last year?
Invincible was probably
During COVID?
2 months ago
Okay.
when it dropped.
So yeah, so great. Good question. Did you see an influx of people looking for the books?
Absolutely.
That's
Yes,
cool.
Especially
That's great.
once that show dropped, everything was Invincible, and still is. Like I'm still getting asked for the compendium. Compendium, by the way, holds the first 47 of those 170 issues in one big old brick of a book.
Nice.
It's like a $70 book. I can't keep it in stock. It's crazy.
Well, ever since Loki asked the question about Battle
yeah,
Pope, he
yeah.
wants to know, do you ship to the UK? Because he says, I'll order Battle Pope then. Do you ship to the UK?
Yeah, totally. We can do that.
Wow.
They'll ship
Reach out to us
worldwide.
and
Did we just make a sale?
Maybe.
We might have just made a sale. Did we get
Perhaps.
permission on that sale?
Oh,
Yes,
oh,
absolutely.
Alita,
drop us a line on social media, and we'll get those out to you.
Alita just saw you walk by and she said hello. She saw you walk past the camera.
Your background internet famous.
Alita's just saying hi to you. She saw you up on the screen
How's
there.
it going? How you doing?
I'm dying.
She's ready.
Well,
Yeah.
see, I told you.
Anna's dying.
She's busy and she's got a busy day already booked tomorrow.
It's already been a 12-hour day for me.
Oh no.
So what's playing? What are we doing?
I'm gonna set the music back up on this.
We have some Gods and Monsters business going on behind
Yes,
us
we do.
here, and they're discussing plans and schedules and who's going to lock up and who's got the keys.
Well,
and
it's our fault.
Stuff like that.
We stole Todd away for over an hour.
Loki just said, "Hell yes, I'll order." Hands down, he
All
said.
right.
Loki says,
Got a
"Hell yes,
sale.
I'll order." Hands down.
Hell yeah.
So Loki can contact
Battle Pope.
you. The phone number is at
Battle
the
Pope,
screen there. It is scrolling across the screen every few minutes. The phone number to the store. You know what? For the sun being down,
Yeah, these
we've got
cameras
some
are
good
working.
lighting here.
Yeah.
The cameras are doing really well, considering we have 0 lights behind us. That's very good.
So yeah, I'm guessing as long as I know that there were delays or whatever with UK shipping.
Yes.
But we're still, of course, we're open to it. Like if that stuff is no longer an issue, then of course,
All right,
we
Loki,
can.
you heard it here right from the boss.
It might take a week or two to get to
Breaking
you.
news.
But but you're gonna he'll ship it to you.
Well, that's some good news. So, what was the discussion there? Are you closing up? Is she going home? What's going
Oh
on?
no, she's just fixing some music.
All right. Will we see Jen tonight at the bar? Is she there?
She should still be back there, I think.
Okay,
so.
good.
All right.
I'm not yet ready to quite walk into the bar with the camera. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that?
You can
This
if you
camera can
want.
go live. We talked to your vendors. I just don't know what the feeling is about walking into
I
the
know.
bar with the camera live. Is that
Just don't let Jen see it.
Oh, great. Well, then that's a no.
It's too bad though because if you haven't seen Vault 5421, you need to. It's probably one
Can
of
I
the
do
most,
it without showing Jen? I can at least show the tabletop area and
You can do
Yeah, I
whatever
don't
you
wanna-
want. It's your show.
I don't want to bother Jen.
Don't bother her.
Can he black her out in real time?
Yes, the little chroma comes
Like
up
a
in real
witness
time.
protection photo.
Jen. Anna's got that thing. She could just put it in front of her face.
Yeah, oh, that mask she
Yeah.
had her, yeah, and I can hide it through the mask. So once again, if you're looking at the screen down below, it says Gods and Monsters Live. You can send your questions to us here live as they're happening. Phone numbers at the screen if you're ready to order, like our UK visitor is going to order something, it looks like. The address is also up on the screen. Of course, that's 5421 International Drive right here in Orlando, Florida. And if you're typing it into your
Todd,
GPS...
you're open until when tonight? You're
Midnight.
open until
I think we're here until midnight tonight.
Yes.
Till midnight.
we're here
So
until
you got plenty of time to come
Long
down if
day.
you'd like.
How long does the restaurant stay open?
They are usually about the same hour.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you've
They
met...
they stay open sometimes later than us. So
Hey,
it's,
that's awesome to have
yeah.
this foot traffic.
Do they ever bring you snacks?
Appetizers.
No.
We've had a steady flow come through this door ever
It's,
since we got here
yeah,
today.
It's been,
Yep.
it's been pretty
Yep.
right. It's been like this for the last couple of months. It's been unusually hype for the last few months. So
That is great.
I'm down.
Okay, Loki, who is our UK visitor, says, I came for Valentine's Day D&D when Loki was here 2
Okay.
years ago, I believe.
Great.
Just letting you know.
How cool.
Loki, and fortunately for us, Loki found us on Facebook.
Speaking of Loki.
Yes. Oh.
Did you watch
Lo-
that? Did you
Loki
watch that
just started.
pilot?
No, we didn't. But everybody is like,
Man,
"Oh, this
it's
is awesome."
good.
I think I'm ready to revisit those last two films again before getting into because it probably picks up where the movie ended.
Well, here's a cool thing.
Well, don't answer the question. Just say, should we refresh our memory of the movie?
Here's a good way to do that. You should.
Okay.
But here's a good way. So Disney, in their
Infinite
their
Wisdom?
ongoing bid to
world domination.
No, they're really good. I find at repackaging.
Recaps.
Yes. Repackaging their own material.
That's good.
All right.
And a thing that they've done is they've started like on their Disney Plus channel. There's a little separate show called Marvel Legends.
Yes.
And Marvel Legends are these little 5 or 6 minute recaps on each character.
Very
and
good.
it's super cool. They did one for Vision. They did one for Scarlet Witch before WandaVision hit. They did one for Bucky and for...
And it's just using existing footage that they had
from the movies.
Basically, they've got all that footage already. They just get a good editor.
They own it.
Yeah.
And slap some new music on it.
So Loki's greatest hits.
Exactly.
And then you can watch that.
But it's done narratively in a way that, you can watch it as like a little 5 minute, like, oh yeah.
Okay,
I
that's
sure love
exactly
Loki.
what I'm going to do then.
All
Because
right.
we wanted to watch Loki, but it's like, should we rewatch those last two movies? Well, I need 6 hours to do that.
And
so
they're like little 5 minute morsels.
Okay.
So you can watch that, and that will catch you up. You'll be like, oh yeah, oh yeah, okay.
So you've watched the first episode?
I did. I watched the first episode. It is first of all very strong. They're giving Hiddleston a lot to chew on. There's
Good.
a lot of it's an unexpected direction for the character to go in and for the narrative to go in, and something I'm very excited about.
And he
I
gets to
think
be
it's
the lead now. He gets to be the star,
He
which is something he's
does.
always been the side character.
great. And deservedly so.
Yes.
He's done a few things that have been really good. Of course, Loki being the thing that really caught the imagination of everybody.
Yes.
He did a movie with Tilda Swinton a few years back called Only Lovers Left Alive, which is worth a watch if you're
Okay.
into. It's a Jim Jarmusch movie. You like Jim Jarmusch?
No, I don't know him.
No, he did Dead Man with Johnny Depp. He did Ghost
think I saw
Dog,
it.
Way of the Samurai with Forrest Whitaker.
Oh, that was a while ago.
For being a filmmaker in the
He's
film
super-
area, I
he-
don't see
he
nearly
used
enough.
to get mentioned a lot in the like the Kevin Smith, Harmony Korine conversations back in the 90s when Clerks was first made. He was in a lot of those conversations.
Ghost Dog. I almost forgot about that one.
Right.
Ah,
Yeah, Ghost
I
Dog's
know.
amazing.
Alita agrees with you. Loki is good so far. She is watching it.
It's
She
really
confirms
neat.
yes.
Is it better than the Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Because
only one
checked-
episode.
I got through 3 and I'm
Really?
bored. I'm bored.
I liked WandaVision. I
Loved WandaVision.
I like WandaVision. I certainly love what they were trying to do with it, and I love Catherine Hahn. She's the best. She's so she's the best. Falcon Winter Soldier could have been a little bit more action heavy for me. However, I love the dude playing Zemo. I think he's amazing.
Yeah.
You know, the whole dance thing was amazing. Anyway.
Which somebody put up on YouTube as like a 10-hour loop of him dancing.
I literally have socks, not on, but I have socks with him doing that. My wife is amazing.
Oh, that's so funny.
What episode was that? I don't think I saw it.
Second to last, or
okay, because I didn't see it.
Yeah,
yet,
you
yeah.
didn't.
So Loki comes along, and it's fresh, it's exciting, it's good. It's worth your time.
All right.
You'll like it.
Yeah, okay. I'll check that out.
Big
then.
ideas. I'm a big fan of big ideas.
I'll try to get through Winter Soldier and Falcon first.
Yeah.
But
I just love
yeah.
it how we get every few months. It's like, okay, Mandalorian's done. Oh wait, here comes WandaVision. Oh, here comes Falcon.
Right.
Here comes Loki.
And I think since most of that content is coming out of Disney Marvel and Disney Star Wars, I think that's by design. Certainly, they just want to keep people tied to Disney Plus and
Of course.
and keep them entertained every week. Like every
And-
week something new or something to look forward to.
Mando will turn into the Boba Fett, but
Right.
but Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oh, I just
Come on,
I
dude,
cannot
are you
wait.
kidding me?
I just
So-
cannot wait.
What is that?
So-
Is that a movie?
No, it's going to be a Disney Plus TV
they're
show.
bringing Ewan McGregor back
It's
as
gonna-
Obi-Wan Kenobi for an Obi-Wan Kenobi series on Disney Plus.
Obi-Wan
It's
Kenobi drops
very
off the
exciting.
baby. Luke Skywalker
You should be
to the
excited.
family at the end of the movie.
You should be excited.
All right.
He hands Luke Skywalker off to the
It's
family.
good.
You'll
It's
raise
good
him
news.
now.
Oh,
He's-
okay.
And
It's
he
good
lived
news.
on the desert planet for all those
Greg,
years.
do you
That's-
do Mando? Do you do the Mandalorian at all? Is that not your? That's not your.
No.
I just never did it.
Okay,
I
he's just never gotten to it.
So
No, okay.
You could binge watch that in one day.
You would probably enjoy
aren't there
it.
2 seasons?
Yes, but there are
Okay.
only 8 episodes per season, or was it 10?
It's about 8.
It was either 8 or 10.
So every person I've ever spoken to about it says it's great, it's incredible, you have to watch it, blah blah blah
Sure.
blah. And I know I have to, and I
Sure.
will.
Now
I
you
just
feel
haven't.
like
I
now
just
you
haven't.
feel like you're not going to watch it just to spite them.
I'm a disappointment
F
to
you guys.
everyone, is what it is.
No, it's you know what? I think it does a very good job of distilling what we love best about Star Wars. It's all the best beats, all the best all the best kinds of action.
You won't be
like, the
disappointed.
Things
And
things that you want
Is
out
that
of
Jon
Star Wars.
Favreau?
Yes.
Jon Favreau is deeply involved, and there's a ton of you'll really dig. There's a ton of behind the scenes stuff. Like there's a whole series that they did that was just a behind the
I did
scenes
watch that,
gallery.
yes.
I think is what it's called.
Yes.
Lucasfilm Gallery, and it's choice. Really, they really go into this thing. I think it's called The Void, and I think they call it The Void, but it's this.
I know it's where they film it. Yeah,
it's this
I'm very
enormous,
familiar with it. Yeah.
Kind of immersive backdrop that they can control in real time, and it's hooked to the cameras. So
That's amazing.
It's
Yeah,
insane.
it's amazing.
I actually know a production facility down in Winter Haven that have a similar technology.
Oh, no kidding.
That they don't use because for whatever reason they don't really use it.
Oh.
Which is
They don't want to be.
It's a complete shame, but I actually have played with that technology
Oh, no
before,
kidding.
and it's
And the camera
fascinating.
Didn't
Yeah.
Spielberg use that for Ready Player One? Also, something like that, where you moved around and you were in the.
Oh,
you
I
were in a-
remember because Cameron, I think, was the one that pioneered a version of that where he was able to do previs
Yes.
in real time.
Yeah, for
In the-
Avatar,
in-
they were
in
seeing that in
camera.
Avatar. Yeah.
Like so, like it was basically a half-done shot
Yeah.
within the camp. That was nuts.
So
Speaking of,
amazing.
where the hell is Avatar 2, and why is it taking 12 years to
Two
get
and-
Because
there?
they're shooting 3 at the same time. 2,
Yeah,
3,
they're
and
shooting
4
two-
are
they're
all.
all
shooting
shot
all
already.
these
They're all shot.
together. and-
So some editors just in hell right now with 3 movies.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
they're going to come
Jesus.
out, and they're going to blow everybody away. Everybody's going to be
Are
like,
they,
Maybe that's
though?
what brings
Are
us back
they?
to the
they're gonna be
theater.
like, I never hated those movies.
I think that maybe that's the thing that brings everybody back to the
That's
theaters
it.
because it's like I can't. That's not. I'm not
That
going to
you're
watch
say-
Avatar on my
that you're
phone.
going to say brings everybody back together.
Back together,
culturally.
yes,
I'm just-
culturally.
I'm wondering,
Wow,
I'm
it's that
wondering
good.
what can Avatar 2 offer that I didn't see in Avatar that's going to blow me away like the experience of
I
seeing
don't know. You're
Avatar.
gonna have to watch it in 4D.
Yeah.
Because I'll admit, watching Avatar in 3D in theater in the IMAX was melted
Of
my
course.
brain.
But to watch it at home,
But now that I've experienced that,
what else you got for me?
Yeah, what else could there
You
be?
know what? Have you done the ride?
No.
Have you done the Flight of Passage?
No.
No, I
Have you
haven't
done-
either. No, I
Dude.
know. I know.
Okay, so
worth the visit.
this thing is crazy. It's so amazing. I haven't done any of the new coasters. I haven't done Rise of Resistance. Any of those things. The last new thing I did was this Flight of Passage thing.
Okay.
And it's so incredible. Like it's so like a new like basically you zap into their world and you're flying on one of the things and it's
Yeah.
but it's fully like immersive and it's so cool because they put you on this chair that looks like a tech chair, you know, you're there, and basically you're supposed to lean forward into this thing and it zaps you in or whatever.
Yeah.
But the thing that you're sitting on kind of leans forward a little bit
Oh, it messes
and
with you.
starts breathing. like it's you're
Like,
because you're on the mount in,
Right,
in,
yeah.
in virtual you're on the mount and it starts breathing like
Ah.
it's so nuts. It's
All
crazy.
right,
We just haven't made it out there yet with the kids.
If I ever date again,
I would
maybe we'll
imagine that
go.
The lines are still kind of crazy, but you never know.
Hey, we had a question here.
Hey, what's that?
From Loki. Do you still do your comic mystery boxes?
You know what? The $40 boxes. I believe that we did a thing where we were doing away with our dollar boxes. We had dozens
Oh,
of
yeah, I
dollar
remember.
boxes, and we decided that a good way to move that product and get it out of my life was to put them in $40 boxes, like full boxes full. So you got like 100 books.
Wow.
For about $40.
Woo.
Yeah. And what I do now is anytime I have a book that's not quite perfect or whatever, I'll put it in the $40 box.
Okay.
And when I have enough to make a box, I put it out.
What? Give me a ballpark figure. What does a common book cost lately?
Nowadays,
Yeah.
typically, I'd say average price is about $3.99, but it's not unheard of to get ones that are $5 and $6 and $7, depending on content.
Yeah.
DC the last couple of months has pushed for more $6.99 and
Oh,
$7.99
wow.
books, but they're thicker.
Okay.
And they're I don't know. I prefer about a $3 or $4 book to
Am I insane when I was a kid? So we're talking 30 years ago.
Oh, you were insane, all right.
Actually, I guess it's
30.
40 years ago.
Add that up, son.
Was I insane to think that books were 50 cents back then?
No, not at all. That's absolutely true. When I was doing most of my reading, they were in, like when I started buying, like actively buying.
Yeah.
Probably 60 cents was about commonplace. 60
All right.
cents.
So I'm not far off. Okay.
Right.
I
No,
just-
but late 70s, early 80s. You're talking 45, 50 cents, 60 cents.
Because I was never into comic books. I
Sure.
never read them, but I remember them on the rack at like a 7-Eleven.
Sure.
Yeah.
And once in a while, I would pick one up and just like look through it. And
Did
I was
you
like,
have any that you gravitated towards, like any
No.
kind of reading or anything?
I didn't even read them. I just like
No.
flipped through them to look at some
Sure,
pictures
sure,
and
sure.
stuff like that. And I seem to
Are
remember.
there boobies in this one?
No. Well, yeah, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah,
I was
maybe.
12. Who knows? I just seem to remember looking at the cover, seeing 50 cents, thinking, that's 50 cents. That's not bad.
Yeah, 50 cents isn't bad.
Or I could play 2 games of whatever video game was
Like I
in the
remember,
7-Eleven.
I think it was.
So I played video games.
I think G.I. Joe #1, G.I. Joe: A Real American Hero #1 came out. I think 1982, and I think it was like $1.25 cover
Yeah.
price. It was thick
And that
book.
was crazy.
people
And
lost
I was
their
like,
minds.
I was like, yo, that's
Yeah.
a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's a cool book. But
Yeah,
that's a
that's-
lot of money.
It's a big jump.
And now, of course, it's most of my stuff, by the way, still cover price.
Oh.
Because I'm a terrible businessman.
Well, you know.
You know.
Going back to something you said earlier
Yes.
about we were all trapped at home
Yes.
in the COVID, we were binging on things. Something
Yes.
that happened at our home was binging and discovering Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh man, what a show!
Do you see a lot of that product coming and going here?
I do. I get asked for Airbender stuff a lot, both that and Korra stuff. We see a lot of want for more Legend of Korra merch too. They do. Dark Horse does several omnibus editions, like larger hardcovers, because they did some comic book content, like supplemental content.
Yeah, we
that they
purchased some of those.
collected.
We bought some of those here. Hey!
What do we got
We'll
here?
get back to Avatar in a second. Come on in.
Talking about him on the show earlier and his love of horror stuff.
Oh man.
Well, spooky.
Yes, and
This is my grandson Eric.
and Eric, we know what's popular right now at the house is
Check
you
it out,
said
you're on camera.
Creature from the Black Lagoon. Yes, Venom.
Who are your favorite? Yeah, you like Venom. Who else do you like? You like Chucky.
Chucky. Well, I thought we drew the line at Chucky.
We
like,
won't let him watch
Well, he
it.
likes them.
Okay.
We just can't watch
Draw
them.
the line
He
at Chucky.
likes, theoretically, he likes Chucky.
Theoretically.
What are some of the other?
Theoretically.
Oh, and he's out. Okay.
He just dropped the mic. He just dropped the mic and left.
What?
Ah, that monster.
He has a question about the product here.
Whoa.
Hello?
Hey!
That's allowed. That's allowed.
Tell us what it is.
Monster.
He had a question about it. Do you have a question about this?
Yeah. What? What are you doing?
It's called squid monster.
Squid monster.
It's a squid monster. That is so cool. Did you squeeze? Did you show? Did you have Art
Squid
squeeze
monster,
It?
that's fair.
Let Art squeeze it. Let him squeeze it. It's super squishy.
What does it do? Is it
It's super
squishy?
Squishy.
Oh, it is squishy. I like
Right?
that. And what's his name?
Squid monster.
Squid Monster.
Squid
yes.
Monster.
Yes. Like the Washington football team.
Yes,
It
of
is
course.
The Squid Monster.
The Squid Monster.
Like Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah.
And you like Venom and Carnage.
Venom and Carnage.
And Beetlejuice.
And also Chucky.
Chucky. There it is.
Venom is kind of creepy. You like Venom?
There we have it.
That last one. That's it.
I like Chucky better.
You like Chucky better than Venom?
You like Ghostbusters?
Chucky's hot right
He likes
now.
Ghostbusters. Oh, Ghostbusters. Oh man.
Maybe that'll be.
I loved Kristen Wiig in that.
And
That was
how dare you.
great.
Is it possible the new Ghostbusters movie could be his first movie theater experience when that comes out?
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yes.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Whenever
Yeah.
that comes out. That trailer came out over a year ago.
Right.
For Ghostbusters.
I'm sure that
There's still,
who is that? Is that Paramount? Who is that?
I don't remember
Whoever
who
it is,
it
I'm
is.
sure they're sitting on it, waiting for
I
full
think
capacity
yeah.
theaters.
Yeah, just like James Bond. That's been like sitting on the
Yeah.
shelf over
Yeah.
a year now, that movie.
It's funny that the James Bond movie that was supposed to come out and
Yeah.
never did. We got pop vinyls in. And
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
through them,
really?
and like they did that. They did the same thing with the Denis Villeneuve Dune movie. That was supposed
Sitting on
to
the
be
shelf.
hitting like
Yes.
this week.
Yes.
And it's weird too to see. I think Dune is going to be gigantic. I think it's going to be really.
Maybe that's what brings us back to the theaters.
Right. That's what
Yeah.
brings us back together as
Yes.
a culture. But it's funny to see a whole line of really beautiful looking action figures come and go. Really, nobody cares because they don't have
They
a
don't
movie
know.
to
Right, there's
attach
no-
themselves
yeah.
to. Like I've got
No reference.
I literally have a Baron Harkonnen figure that came in a collection that someone had kind of bought, and they don't have, there's no connection
Yeah,
there yet.
they
So
don't.
it's like in 6 months' time when that movie finally hits, I think it's gonna be a big deal. So
That's one we're all waiting for, the new James Bond. We're waiting for. Black Widow finally has a date.
Yeah.
We're
It's the
close.
first
Is
week
that
of July,
July?
right?
Yeah, July.
First week of July is going to be Black Widow. Perhaps that
I
will bring
feel
us
like-
all back
I
to
don't
the
know.
theater.
That might be a bad move. That might be a bad idea.
Bringing it back too soon?
Yeah, because
They want to make their money.
most theaters are still only 50%.
Yeah.
And that just means if you don't have a secondary, do you allow running wild through your stores?
I'm surprised that they sat on Black Widow like
Yeah.
they did. You know, especially when you've got things like Raya. Did you guys see what Raya? Raya,
No.
Raya and the Last Dragon. Just watched it last night. with the wife.
Oh, yes. But I have
But
not
it's,
seen it, no.
I think it's the first. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's the first animated film that Disney's done that was done completely mobile. That was
Like everyone did it at home.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no, I
It's
saw
kind of cool. Really
uh,
good movie, by the way. If you get a chance, Raya. Very good.
Soul. When Soul came out, we
Yeah.
watched the credits at the
maybe-
end.
or was it Soul that I'm thinking of?
Well, that's Pixar.
Oh,
then,
that's
so
Pixar.
maybe,
So no.
but Pixar, the credits came up at the end, and it explained how this entire movie was done in people's homes.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised having a now established forum, I guess, in the Disney Plus streaming service that
Yes.
they didn't just set a date and
For Black Widow?
Black Widow.
Yeah.
It seemed
I don't know.
like
They
like
wanted
this,
to. They want to make that theater money.
I
know
know.
because they know those Marvel movies can sometimes make $1 billion.
Yep.
So they're going to sit on that. And the last James Bond movie almost hit $1 billion.
Sure.
Not Spectre, but the one before that, Skyfall made $1 billion.
I think anything big that comes out from now on is just going to succeed out of spite. Like people are just going to they're going to go they'll go to the worst movie just to go outside.
The two right now, Cruella and The Quiet Place 2.
Yeah.
Quiet Place 2 made huge money.
Did you see that?
No, I have not seen it.
Have you seen the first one?
Yes, I saw the first one.
Did you see the first one?
So
Enjoy it. It's good.
It's on Netflix. I need to watch it.
Yes,
unusual. Yeah,
and
it's good.
and it's we went to the Oviedo Mall today. A Quiet Place and Cruella are playing in the theater. The theater just reopened. That's a Regal theater. I know AMC's kind of been open now, but Regal is now open again too.
That was crazy with the AMC stuff.
Yes.
Was it AMC or
No,
It was
AMC stock like
the stock
GameStop.
thing where
yeah, isn't that crazy stuff?
That was crazy.
When's the
What a
Gods and
weird year.
Monsters? When's the Gods and Monsters stock going to explode
Especially
like
because
GameStop?
in the beginning of the year, everybody was talking about how AMC was going to go under. Like
I'm finding
as a
all my. I'm
company,
putting
they
all
were-
my money in Dogecoin.
That's a
Dogecoin?
That's a good idea. Dogecoin. Yeah.
That's right.
When's Gods and Monsters going to go public? And then some
Man,
crazy
right?
GameStop
Do
thing
you have any
happens.
NFTs?
Do I have?
Oh.
Will you offer an
Whoa.
NFT?
So Eric, I guess Eric got his new toy.
This looks like from.
What is that,
this
a
from
sand
The Last
speeder?
Jedi?
What is
That
that?
is from. This was. Remember Infus Nest from Solo?
Yes.
The what would you call it?
I know what you're talking about now.
The pirate girl, I guess. Yeah. Spoilers, I guess.
He just came
that's her
flying out.
speeder
Of the,
bike.
came
That is her
flying
speeder
out of the
bike.
store. It's like, what are you gonna do? My pop runs the store. Comes running out with it. Nothing you can do about it.
I make any money. It's everything.
Well, I'm very happy. You have not been like whisked away to work the register or something. You can hang out with us.
They have a full staff.
They have a full staff. They're at 100% capacity in the employment department. And before you know it, Todd's going to build something in his garage at home. He'll need a full
Wouldn't that be
staff to
cool?
work there.
You know what,
guys
Todd?
there? You guys should come over.
I
That
don't
would
know
be
if
awesome.
it's. I don't know if it's going to be cool. As soon as you work from home,
Yeah.
you're never off work.
I don't know. Anna might like that, though, because she doesn't have to always come here. She can work her 90 hours a week from home.
I mean, for real, right? Like that's the trick, I guess.
Ricky Cooper said hello to Todd and Anna.
It's like, what'd you get?
Oh,
A
he
customer.
got the good stuff.
Customer coming over to
Stay on
Todd to let
target.
him know.
Stay on target.
Ricky Cooper says hello to Anna and
Ricky Cooper.
saw Anna walk by and said hello to her as well.
Ricky Cooper been very helpful with our live shows. He showed up and helped us out with some of our live shows. Been very helpful.
Yes.
Good guy.
Loki also confirming that he did like Avatar but prefers John Carter himself.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
think that should be rebooted and given a sequel?
You know what
Did
I would like to
anybody
see?
prefer John Carter?
I would like to see John Carter just be revisited.
Re-release. You just re-release it.
Re-release it, then revisit it. You can get those. What is it? Tyler Quiche? Was that his name? Tyler Quiche?
The guy who played John Carter?
Yeah,
I don't remember his name.
Wasn't it Tyler Quiche? Whoever
don't
it
know.
was. What's he doing?
I'm telling you,
Get that guy
just
back.
just rebrand it, put different movie posters out, and re-release it in theaters.
Isn't there a college course on how John Carter failed? I think there's
Yes,
there's a
but-
study.
That's the thing is that I just think it was a.
It was marketed poorly,
I
wasn't
think it was a victim of terrible marketing. Like what's The Emperor's New Groove?
Yep.
Oh yes, my girls love that
I
movie.
had to get dragged to that theater to see that movie, and I'm a Disney guy. I'm
Because
like-
of the marketing?
Because of the marketing was just it was
Right.
so bad.
Well,
Sometimes
I know that,
and it's one of my favorites. I love that
at
movie.
that time, and I didn't see it, and I don't think I ever saw it.
Oh, no.
But we were coming off of Little Mermaid, Lion King,
Sure.
Hunchback,
Aladdin.
Aladdin,
Yes.
and then New Groove.
It was-
and
it was
And
right
I
around there,
remember
yeah.
seeing a few things about New Groove, thinking, it doesn't look so good.
It just didn't catch you.
Yeah.
Like the marketing was like so like they didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
And so it did really poorly, which only kind of backed up, that, and it did kind of piss poor on DVD or whatever.
And alternatively, I remember going into Hunchback like excited because just coming
Yeah.
off of the other movies, and I didn't really like
I didn't
Hunchback.
care for
I thought it was kind of bland and
Yeah.
way too
His head was all funky shaped.
preachy and adult. yeah.
Nobody's gonna buy an action figure that looks like that.
That's crazy.
Ah.
But Esmeralda,
Why is his arm so big?
was hot.
What's that?
Esmeralda was hot.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, it is,
Who was that? Demi Moore played the voice of that, I think.
You might be. Yeah, you might be right. Yes.
It is it is a shame that New Groove didn't find its audience at the time, but it has certainly found its fans in meme culture.
New Groove was David Spade, right? David Spade was
Spade is Cusco.
the llama?
And kind of narrated
Who
it.
do we got? John Goodman.
John Goodman was in it. I saw that.
But it's basically like a buddy travel film.
Yeah.
And
wasn't there
who else is in it?
There's Shrek, right?
Who's the one who plays the voice of
Patrick Warburton.
Patrick Warburton. I was
Oh,
going to say
yeah.
he played the Tick, the voice of the Tick.
Perfect.
Yeah.
As Kronk.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Who is the henchman of Yzma, who is our Catwoman. Who was Catwoman back in the day?
Julie Newmar.
No. Eartha Kitt.
Oh yeah,
Eartha Kitt, yes.
And what a funny movie.
I think my girls even like the direct-to-video sequel for that too. Wasn't there?
Probably.
Yeah, I
Don't
think
bother.
they even love that. But
Don't bother.
that was one of our
right,
COVID.
Kronk's
Kronk's Groove? No. What?
Kronk's Day Off.
It's something along those lines. Just watch the first one.
Electric
It's great.
Boogaloo.
Kronk's got
Electric
a brand new
Boogaloo.
funk. I don't know what it was, but my girls even like that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes marketing, John Carter. Sometimes a studio will look at a movie and be like, I don't know what we've got here, and it shows in the marketing.
What was the tagline to?
John Carpenter.
Oh my God, the Whoopi Goldberg Nun movie.
I almost said Home Alone.
No.
Nuns Alone.
No,
That's a different kind of movie.
It's a Broadway play now too.
Yeah. But I remember the sequel to it was like A New Habit or something like
Yes.
that, or just
Bad Habits. Or
I want to do a show about terrible taglines to sequel movies, just because there's so many terrible taglines.
What was that? What were those movies called? Nun Alert.
No, Whoopi Goldberg was a nun. What was it
I can't
called?
believe I've just totally blanked on it, and I almost don't want somebody to send it to me because I know this. We all know this.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, hello. Oh, hello.
It's something not clever, probably.
Yeah, it's not. It's something not clever.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome to Gods and Monsters. They were here earlier.
That's Cody.
Yes, he was here earlier.
He made the little kid that
Yes,
was here earlier.
he walked in and presented him.
That kid used to live in his balls.
Wow, very specific.
I know, very specific.
Class act. What's
Sister
that?
Act.
Sister Act.
Yes. Sister Act 2 was something in the
Sister
habit
Act.
or a new habit or
And
habit.
then Sister Act was a
DJ,
Broadway
it was
show.
Sister
Yeah.
Act.
So
Obviously.
Todd, how
What
is the
else
most
would it have
sexy
been?
man in Gods and Monsters doing? Ricky Cooper wants to know. So Todd,
Can you dance?
how is the most sexy man in Gods doing today?
I don't know. I'll ask Art.
Can
All right,
you
how you
dance?
doing?
He's asking, can you dance?
Can I dance?
Is that an inside joke?
I've been dancing this whole time down here.
Oh
Right.
wait, we gotta zoom in on that.
Yeah, all right.
Hey.
Yeah. We need to use that Todd camera more often. There's
That's
a
right.
lot going on there.
Chicka boom boom.
Right.
I can't tell what the focus on that camera though. Is it been focusing away from him?
There's no light, Art, so I'm surprised it's focusing on
it
anything.
looks awesome though.
Yeah.
The cameras
You
look
look good?
awesome.
Yeah,
We're
you look fine.
We're so happy. We are now into 2 hours and 10 minutes live on Facebook.
Really?
That's what you look
Look at
like.
that guy.
I know. Look at that.
His
No-
hair.
We got barely any light to speak
There
of.
it is.
Yes, we're going for the new Hawkeye look here now.
I like it.
Shaved
I
on the
like it a
sides.
lot.
Yes.
I don't know
Yeah.
if it translates on screen. But,
Hello.
Nah, it's great.
No,
Gods and
no,
Monsters,
absolutely.
Come for the comics. Stay for the
Stay
hair.
for the mohawk.
Stay for the hair. Yeah. Yay.
I gotta say though, this foot traffic,
a lot.
whether for here,
Don't be
vendors.
I feel like a lot of them are going for sushi.
A lot of this
but
is for the sushi.
Why though? Why would people come?
My understanding is that they have a world famous sushi chef
I see.
on board.
Okay.
Well-
and he brings the numbers despite their hidden
their
nature.
hiddenness, yes. So, but if people are waiting for their tables,
Yes.
I mean,
That's what it
why
looks
not?
like. Yeah. Why
Right.
not browse?
Make sure they've got those little beepers. They'll
Right.
beep you when your table's ready, and come
Believe
on in
me,
to
don't
Gods
worry.
and Monsters.
Don't worry, Art. They sure send their kids in.
Oh.
They sure do.
Oh.
They sure do.
Yes. Go on.
Oh.
Go along.
They sure
now.
do.
Go along. Kids with no money. Just kids walking around, right?
Right.
There's that fellow that ran in earlier.
Right.
Now he's come running out. Looks like he made another purchase.
Uh-oh. He seems
Or he's
unhappy.
He might be
He
talking to
seems
himself.
distraught.
You're
Yes.
gonna get another 1-star rating.
Yes.
Probably.
The bathrooms. No.
That's probably you're not wrong.
So, all right, let's look beyond just this evening.
Okay.
What are you looking forward to in the next days or weeks ahead here at Gods and Monsters? Any events
Well,
you're
let's
looking
see.
forward to?
Tomorrow we're doing the first of our Sunday shows. Oh, hey, man. We're doing the first of our Sunday shows for our live shows for that what is it? What do I call it? Pop Shop Live.
Pop Shop Live. Yes.
So it's changed from Tuesdays to Sundays now.
They're doing a special Funko Central event.
Oh, okay, Funko.
So,
That's
for
right.
Funko
Anna did
Pops
say
and
that.
Things like that. So we're going to do a midday show tomorrow, starting I think at like noon or so. But
So you'll be boxing up all those orders Monday morning.
right, right,
No rest.
right. That's true.
No rest for the gods and
That's
monsters
true.
here.
Never a moment of rest.
And
It's all right.
the bar, the Vault 5421. You've been pretty happy with the business lately,
It's still busy. I'll take
and
it.
and the bar is open until midnight, as well as the store this evening. You should
That's
come
right.
on down here.
That's right.
And Anna was saying something about possibly adjusting the hours in the future. You might be staying open later than normal at the bar.
maybe.
Past-
I
like
would
going
think-
back to 1 a.m.
Apparently,
think
this
that
is
if
how you
the,
start a rumor.
Now, that's how you start a rumor.
Right, that's how you start a rumor. I would say that if it keeps pace like how it's going, then why wouldn't we? Yeah. You know, if there's still people banging at my door.
Yeah.
At midnight.
And
let 'em
buying
in.
drinks. And
Let
buying
'em in,
drinks.
have a
yeah.
drink.
That's very, very good. Once
Yeah.
again, in case you're wondering, you didn't see the lower third graphic. It's the 6th anniversary. Didn't
Six
really
years.
get to celebrate the 5th one the way you probably would have wanted to.
It's weird. You know, I'm just happy to still be around.
We were in the-
I'll take it. We did get we still got Best of Orlando last year.
Oh, yeah?
Still. And,
Yes. Is it time for those nominations again, actually?
Nominations are up. Voting starts, I think, on the 16th of this month, so in the next coming days.
Okay, he's referring to the Orlando Weekly once again.
Yes.
Not to brag, but I believe you are celebrating your 6th anniversary, and you've won this five times.
5 times.
Oh my gosh. The 5 years that we've been open and eligible for votes, we have been very fortunate enough to get it every year, and we're hoping that 6 times the charm.
6 times the charm.
Six
Yes.
times the charm.
Now,
Then somebody will finally give you the recognition you deserve.
Right, maybe then.
tell us the different categories we find gods and monsters in this
I'm going
year.
to quickly
Listen,
visit
I don't-
the vault and see if I
I
can't
don't-
get myself something tasty to drink.
Very good.
I don't think we know until they drop. I think we're up for several things. I think we're up for nominations, but I don't know once the nominations are finalized, I don't know what we got the most nomination votes for.
Right. Normally, the most nominations go for best comic book store.
Comic book
but there's
store.
also for the bar. The Vault has been nominated before.
Vault has been nominated several times. Jen
has been nominated
the last
before.
Several years has been up for votes for best local bartender.
Yes.
Best secret spot
There's always that category that's kind of like a little shot, which is the best kept secret or something like that.
So obscene.
I
And
know.
what usually ends up getting it is the Orlando Eye, which is
Yeah,
like this
which is the biggest,
Like, oh my
not
god,
close to a secret.
I can't believe that there's a gigantic, super lit.
There's
Ferris
something
wheel.
There's something cool about getting nominated in that category, best kept secret, but at the same time, it's like, are you saying we're having a problem with our marketing? That we're still a
right.
secret?
Yes,
That's
no.
the best kept secret apparently
know,
over there.
right, literally right next to us.
You have no problem losing to them.
For sure. Hey man, what's up?
Come on in. Welcome to Gods and
Hey.
Monsters.
Hello.
So, bar, best comic book store, sometimes best kept secret.
Probably best kept secret. Probably.
Weren't you specifically nominated for something last year?
A few years ago.
Influencer?
I got second place. I was in a. How many people can say that they were in an Aaron Hayland, John Morgan sandwich as second place in the what was it? Most influential.
Yes.
Like local big shot.
Yes,
was what it was.
and that was like John Morgan.
I believe it was. I think John Morgan got it.
Oh.
And then it was me and Aaron Halen. It was,
It's-
we were the top three,
it's
but
tough to
I
go
was
up
in the
against
middle.
John
I did not
Morgan.
win it. But,
John, how you're such a busy man. You have no time for this, I'm sure.
Yes.
The Twitter.
The Twitter.
Do you have
The
time
tweets.
for the Twitter? Or the TikTok?
I have people for that.
Because speaking of John Morgan, the guy is on fire lately.
Is
when
he
it comes
crazy?
to, yeah, he'll sit in his car and rant about
Oh, no.
stuff. He ranted a few months ago about Arby's.
Okay.
National chain.
Yeah.
He drives by Arby's and he's in his car. He's got his phone hooked up and he starts ranting about Arby's, saying, "I have no idea how Arby's still is in business. I haven't been to one in 15 or 20 years." He says he's worried that he thinks it's a
I ate
place
at one
where
just the
people
other
are
night,
laundering.
Art,
I
by
did
the way.
too. He says, "I'm wondering if it's like some place where they launder money or something. How is it that they still exist?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, why would you ever say anything like that?"
but then he heard from Arby's, and they've got this great relationship now apparently. But John Morgan could have, I think he has his own podcast now where he could just quit law and just talk about all the things that he loves to talk about.
Damn it, Johnny, you know I love my big beef and
Big
cheddar.
beef and cheddar. Kristen says that all the time from 30 Rock. She loves that, absolutely. So, all right, so Orlando Weekly, be on the lookout for that, because the Orlando Weekly, 5 years in a row, Gods and Monsters for the store, for the bar, and for Jen. We hope to see Jen. But so now we're in that part right now where we don't know where they haven't narrowed it down to the 5 yet.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure, not to sound overtly confident, I think we're a lock-in for at least a nomination to vote for Best of Orlando.
So be on the lookout for that.
Oh, you were doing that?
I was doing that, yeah.
Okay,
No, that's fine. He just stopped.
I thought I left for 10 minutes and it was
No, I've been bouncing back and forth. I accidentally went to this one, but I don't know what that is.
No, that's nothing.
I went to that, and I just did it again.
Assuming everything falls into place, Jen should be nominated. The bar should be nominated at least for, I think, Best Kept Secret again. I think Best Dive Bar probably. Like, I guess.
Dive bar.
Well, I mean,
But that's just because of the way
have
you
you been
themed
in
it
there?
out.
It's super dirty.
It's the way you themed it out. That's a compliment if they call it that. Yes.
Hey, what are you drinking?
I am drinking.
What do you
this
got
is
there?
called Clown Shoes.
Clown Shoes?
Undead. It's an Imperial Stout.
Oh, neat.
And it is delicious.
Is it good?
It's delicious,
Oh,
yes.
wow. That's great. I know that I think we've started carrying one of our local friends, Hourglass Brewery.
Yes.
Brett Mason's place. We've
Over there on
started
Ronald
carrying
Reagan Boulevard, yes.
yes, I believe a great place, great guy. We've come very, very close a few times to teaming up in an official capacity, and we're to kind of
That would be like a
teasing at
Voltron.
it again.
You'd
We're
have a
teasing.
satellite office there or something.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, we started. I guess they've got they are distributing through one of our regular things now, so we can carry their booze, which is great. We love we love their stuff. Very dedicated brewmasters, would you call them? I guess brewmasters.
Sure, yeah.
Sure.
And speaking of beverages and friends of yours, do you have any update? I haven't heard from in a while. Is Coffee Shop of Horrors?
You know what? We heard from Nick not
We
too
usually
long
see
ago.
him around these.
Nick just this is going to sound weird, being that he's the coffee shop guy, but he installed our new cameras. He does
sure.
We all have hobbies and side jobs.
Coffee Shop of Horrors and
I
cameras.
guess that there's last I heard with Nick was that they had at least one, maybe two shops now. I think they still had two. Maybe they had shut one of them down, but there was one close by called Jonesy's Escape that was an aliens themed, like Jonesy is the cat.
Yeah.
Jonesy's Escape, an aliens themed kind of coffee shop thing. And I guess they were doing okay. This is all pre-COVID, of course, so I don't know. I presume that they're still up and kicking, but it was really cool, themed out and everything, and kind of close by, I think over on Kirkman or in the Kirkman area.
Yeah.
But,
So he set up your cameras for you.
He set up cameras for me, and I haven't seen him since.
Now, are those the cameras you use for the auction
we
show?
upgraded our security systems recently. No real reason for it.
Okay, good.
Even
Glad to hear no real
even
reason.
though
The auction show is his phone. He
even
uses
though
the
some
phone.
guy tried to deadlift a freaking 50-pound statue out of my store the other day. Right? That's the face I made.
What I mean, if
What
he
was
was able to lift
What
it,
was the plan?
I know. First of all, it's a quarter scale statue. It stands about 3 feet tall, and it's like no joke. It's got to be 50 pounds, and we have it up on top
Spider-Man?
of things.
Was it
And
Spider-Man?
this dude is probably about yay big, and we went to the cameras, of course, because I'll tell you how I got there. But
You got to get that on YouTube.
I'm working on a project up here in the front, so he didn't really have a line of escape, I guess. And he got up to about the halfway point by the fridges, and I guess didn't see his brake and left. And so, because I got up to go in the back to go get a screwdriver, and there's this 3-foot statue in the aisle, and I think it's a child. I literally did that thing, and I'm like, what's
so
even happening?
he kind of gave up. He was in over his head.
redecorated
It's
your
funny,
store.
Like he just got out too. Like when he saw us, when he saw me coming over, he like went around. And it was crazy. So we've got pictures of him up and everything. But talk about balls on that. Like I'd almost let the guy have it for the balls that he
To
displayed.
get as far as you did, you almost start to kind of root for him. It's like, I wonder if he could get all the way.
Like I literally had to pull. Keenan was our guy Keenan, who I don't think you guys have met yet. Keenan's working register. I'm just like, can you come here for a second to just like confirm that I'm not crazy?
Verify.
Because to my dismay, of course, my first thought is like, I know Al didn't leave this here. Like, there's no like, Al didn't leave a 3-foot statue. And like, oh, somebody tried. Ooh, to the cameras, you know.
Right. Let's go to the replay.
Man, it was so funny. People are terrible.
So think twice.
Hey,
They've
man.
got full security system here.
Oh, dude.
Cameras
Get outta here.
everywhere.
Or just don't be a dick. Don't steal stuff.
I
beyond
didn't
that-
realize it was that heavy.
I don't want to sound weird or creepy about my wife, but my wife is super into the cameras. The cameras are like cracked her. Like,
Can she
she's-
watch from home?
She's
So she's like-
always watching. from home.
She's like Fox. What's his name? Fox.
Like, it's
from
it's
Batman.
crazy. It's crazy.
Dark Knight.
But she caught a kid about a month ago trying to put something in his bag. Like, hey, you should go talk to that kid. He put something in his bag. And lo and behold, we called Darren because we were at home. She was in bed watching. And she was like,
She's in bed watching.
yeah, and she was just like,
Okay.
that kid totally put something in his bag.
Wow.
And calls up Darian and says, pull that kid aside and just say like, hey man, come here for a second, and showed him the cameras, which are right on our front thing. And he's like, want to talk to us about this? And
So yeah, now that she's
know what I
watching
mean?
at home, that does
and
transcend
they're
into
super high def.
creepy
You can,
wife.
like,
Yeah.
zoom in. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Dude with the statue couldn't have been more comical. Like when you're watching him, like before he decides to deadlift this thing, he does this whole thing like
The look, the double
like
look.
so
yeah.
comical and like, God.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, might as
Cartoon
well have been
villain.
wearing like a domino
Why is
mask.
that?
Like,
Why is that footage not up on your Facebook
What is
page?
he, the
I
Noid?
want to see that.
I know. Hey, Noid is
Noid's back.
Noid's back.
What
Noid's back
happened
in
there?
those driverless car
Who
pizza
saw that
commercials.
coming?
Yeah, I know.
Is that really a thing? I heard it was a thing.
It's a whole commercial now
No,
where
no,
they
no,
show
the
the little
driverless
pizza
cars.
driverless car. They put the pizza in the car takes off, but then here comes the Noid, and he's like stomping on the pavement, and the car's driving
All I
around
think
it.
of is remember that robot, that self-propelled robot, the hitchhiking robot?
What? What are you talking
Do
about?
you not know about this? Okay.
No.
So this is a few years ago, and do you know what I'm talking
I
about?
think I do, yeah.
Oh.
The one that ended up in like Detroit, and they
violated.
and they beat the shit out of
Yeah.
this poor robot.
Yeah.
This robot, this sweet, sweet, kindly little robot.
Now-
that they
now I
sent
know,
on the,
yeah.
And the thing was, it had like a GPS system in it, and it had like, I think it could talk to you.
It had
but was
basic commands, return-
It was
yeah.
this thing where you were supposed to, if you found it, or you could track it down or whatever,
Yeah.
you were supposed to pick it up and take it to another location.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to try to hitchhike it across the, I think that's how it worked.
But
When
here's what they
it got
did.
to like Philadelphia or
Yeah.
Detroit or something, and
I think it was Philly. Here's what they didn't plan for. People are bad.
Oh,
Yes.
dude, people are terrible. If anything in the last year has been taught,
Oh,
if any
boy.
lessons have been learned, sir, it's that people are awful.
Humanity is doomed.
Humanity is doomed. It's so funny
They
too.
should have
Like,
strapped like a plutonium sticker on him or
We're
something. Maybe
seeing-
people would know. Oh, I better not touch this.
obviously, we're seeing, and to be fair, the last year, of course, was very challenging, especially in those early months when
As a
people
business
not quite
owner,
knowing
yeah.
the mandates on the masks and the whole thing. And even now, it's still kind of this. It's almost like the tides have turned, and now I feel weird when I wear, because I'm wearing the mask out of solidarity and
Yes.
trying,
Yeah.
a few more weeks of this. But now I feel like when they see me, they're just like, what? Like,
I caught you.
and you know what I mean? And yeah.
7 months ago, I came in the store and you made me wear a mask, and now you're not wearing a mask.
You hypocrite!
You.
One star.
You.
One star.
So
1 star.
no, but it's weird. I am now seeing, of course, the mandates are lifting. People are far more comfortable. We've actually pulled back a lot of the restrictions in store.
Sure.
We talked about this earlier.
Hi. This is
What's the question?
what was.
The name
I'm
of
sorry,
the
I didn't hear you.
podcast? The name of the podcast is It's the Gods and Monsters.
Just
Pod-
Gods and Monsters.
Gods and Monsters.
It's on the Facebook page, and it's called Gods and Monsters. It's live right now. See,
And
look, we're
on
actually
what? We're
on there.
YouTube. You can go, they can go-
Actually, not right now. We're
No.
live just to
Oh,
Facebook.
We're live right now to Facebook.
We're live on the Facebook page.
But there are older episodes on YouTube, right?
Did you buy something today?
What'd you
Here,
get?
come stand over here for a second.
Come here, what'd you
Come
get?
tell us what you bought. Don't go anywhere. What'd you buy today? You want to do his camera?
Yep.
Or I just went off his camera, didn't I?
That's so cool.
Oh, very good. Tell us what you got today.
Yeah.
Oh, something for the Xbox.
I got the Jump Force game.
He got Jump Force game. We're showing your camera. There's a camera over there. He got the Jump Force game.
Oh, and he got some stickers.
And
Oh, okay.
Like a Sailor's sticker.
and Enos.
Oh, I see both of them. Yes, very good.
Right on.
Excellent choices. Here, let's hold your bag so you can put that back in.
There's great. I've been playing the movie, Mugen Train. I've been playing that on the TVs in there all week. It's great.
So now you can go home and go to the Gods and Monsters Facebook page, and then you're up there right now. You're live on there. See, that's
you're
you.
right there.
There you go. There you go.
This kid, what's your name? What is it, Pedro? Pedro, everybody.
Pedro. Thank you, Pedro. Tell your family you're on Facebook on the Gods and Monsters.
Hey, you did it.
Live. Thank you.
You're famous.
That's the first one that's come up so far to be like,
I know,
hey, what are you guys
right?
doing? What's going on?
I love kids because they are both
No fear.
fearless and shy as hell.
Oh, Pedro
Right.
Pedro didn't care.
But in different situations,
Pedro's
he would
just
be
like-
hiding behind his mom.
Dare I say,
Yeah,
vote
right.
for Pedro.
Right. Dare you say?
Vote for Pedro. So, Pedro, if you're looking at this back at home now, yes, thank you for coming and visiting with us and making an Xbox purchase.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't see you having a lot of games
I'll
here.
be honest. I don't get a lot of games in. That's that's a rarity here. I see the occasional one come in. I'm of course very picky about what I take in.
Yes.
And because I don't have a lot of space. I have to be
Also, not a game player.
right.
Not a
I don't play
game
lot of
player.
games.
Doesn't play games.
Right. I don't play
And,
games.
and you know he would absolutely love the Star Wars games. And
I don't doubt that I would absolutely love it.
But then that's the fear that it
Right.
would
Yeah, you
consume
get sucked in.
Yes.
it would.
That explains why I haven't jumped on Mandalorian and some of the other things, because I know me, I get sucked in.
Lest you be consumed.
I'm already watching too many things in a
Yes.
serial type thing that.
What are you watching?
All right, that's good. Let's run through the table. What are you watching right now?
So it's not normal. So I watch a lot of YouTube
It's
channels.
not normal.
I watch a
It's
lot
a lot
of
of pornography.
YouTube channels.
It's-
Yeah, that
it's
comes from
bad
owning a YouTube
stuff.
channel.
It's YouTube channels, and one of them is called That Chapter. This has got to be the hardest working guy I've ever seen put out
That
content.
Chapter.
He chronicles like these serial killers and bad situations.
Like true crime stuff.
True
Okay,
crime
true
stuff.
crime is hot right now.
And he puts out a fully produced video of a new thing probably 3 times a week. And
Okay.
these are 30-minute videos.
And it's a different person he focuses on each episode?
Fully produced,
Wow.
fully researched, fully. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he gets all this information and puts it together in a very published or polished.
Will these be
thing.
people that are currently on the run or on the FBI's most wanted list, or these are crimes that are beginning, middle, and end?
Generally speaking, they are solved crimes.
Okay.
So they have an ending, but every once in a while he'll do one where it's just a missing person.
Do you find, Greg, that in watching these, that you maybe fold some of their own techniques into your own true crime that you yourself commit?
I can easily get away with most things now
Because we know how to,
because
yes.
generally speaking, people who commit murders and stuff like that, they're generally dumb.
All right.
And they make a lot of mistakes. Like for once,
Like that bitch Carol Baskin. I know.
Yeah.
Carol Baskins.
I'm going to give you this one for free,
Okay.
just because we're friends. If you're going to do something bad,
Whoa.
don't.
What's this?
Hold that thought.
Yeah. Oh,
Hold that thought.
creature
From the Black
Look at this
Lagoon.
That's one of his favorites.
Oh, you're towards this way, yes. Yes, look at that. Holy cow, that's
What
huge.
is happening?
Wow. With interchangeable heads.
Oh, that looks exactly like the original. Is this yours now? Or are you just showing us?
We actually snagged this for Papa.
Oh.
Ah, pays to know the owner.
The Mondo stuff is awesome.
Probably.
Wow. Will you put, is this his now? Does he own this?
Whoa.
Okay.
It's hot.
Okay.
Oh. I got all
Wow.
the cool things.
You look
I mean, Erica inherited.
I don't. I don't get the cool things.
very
No.
impressive.
Sometimes I do.
What's the, Gods and Monsters sells this in the
I
store.
got the
How
cool
much?
wife. That was cool.
I don't even know.
What?
How much is this?
She just took it off the shelf.
How
It's
does this
like,
business
this
exist?
is mine. This is mine. This is mine.
No, we very rarely snack for ourselves, but every once in a while.
Which is
And you're still not snagging for yourself. It's for him,
that's
isn't it?
incredibly ridiculous because Anna does all of the inventory. I mean, all of the inventory stuff. You pretty much do the ordering. You're in charge. You're the boss.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
We all know who's in charge.
Here's the face. You're the boss.
Right.
You know.
Come on.
That's
I'm the
really,
hair.
really nice.
I'm just the
Yeah,
hair.
you're just the hair.
That's
She's like
really
the
nice.
brains and all that.
So, yeah, bring us merchandise anytime that you want to show off.
Pretty face.
Right.
Right now, there's no price tag on it, but it is for sale here at Gods and Monsters.
Is it?
Come find out.
Yes, come on down and find out. There's no price
She
tag.
can't figure out if she's giving it to me or not.
Oh.
She can't figure it out. I don't know.
Really? You sold
I'm
out?
terrible at business. I don't know.
I think you'll survive.
Dad had one, and I think we sold the other one.
This is the last one right now.
It's good.
Last one. Come on down. We're
Oh.
open till midnight, folks. Creature from the Black Lagoon,
Oh, yeah.
1/6
1/6
Scale.
scale.
my
That's the
God.
word, scale.
My wife, everybody.
So you are currently watching the YouTube show. You were saying
That channel.
the
that
crime,
channel.
the crime
that.
one.
What did I call it?
Episode.
No.
That started.
Oh no! Now I forgot it. That chapter.
That chapter.
Okay. So anyway, the freebie I was going to give you is if you're going to go, say, dump a body
Here we go.
somewhere or anything like that, make sure you're taking a car that's older than 1999, and leave your cell phone at home because
Yes.
that's how they get.
They
That's
track
how
you.
they. That's
Yeah.
how they get you.
Self-ping.
Is that how they get you?
Yeah, that's how they
pin
get you.
ya. So that's what Greg's watching and learning.
Yeah.
That's good.
I wonder, by the way, Dennis Hansberry, who we were talking about earlier, Bonnie Wong's other half,
Yes.
is standing right over there. I could get him.
What?
I could get him for you right now.
He's an artist.
Yeah.
He's the one who all the pictures
He's
we
there,
showed
man.
earlier.
Him and,
Yes.
him and Bonnie do all the work. Dennis! Dennis!
Looks like he's having a conversation, but he should come over.
Interrupt us.
When you have a minute. No, keep your shirt on. When you have a moment, we'll get back to what we were discussing on what we're all watching right now. But yes, have him come here.
We'll come back.
You should jump over the podcast for a minute. Talk to
No talking. No talking.
He's like,
The artwork speaks for itself. Apparently, he doesn't want to talk.
like,
Fair.
you know, what?
Yeah, we were talking about. We brought the camera back there and we showed shots of it.
But that was like an hour ago.
Why is
Just
it?
happened to show up
My
this morning, like a
autofocus
surprise
on that
extra.
sometimes just like goes away. I think this.
Well, I assure
probably-
you, everyone,
I
that
could
that
switch
was
it-
Dennis Hansberry.
Oh, I believe you. I believe you.
that was a.
I'm
He is,
I'm
he
betting
is
when somebody.
Sasquatch in appearance. It was a. Did we really see Dennis Hansberry?
I believe more
It seemed-
cosplayers are
I
showing
saw
up to
a
go to the
shape.
bar.
Are there pictures?
Their pictures.
Welcome to Gods and
There's a
Monsters.
Bruder
Come in.
film.
Welcome to Gods and Monsters. We've got some more cosplayers here coming
man.
into the bar, I
They're here
believe.
for the. They're here for the party tonight.
Yes, they're here for
There's
the bar.
the bar is already full.
Is it already
Oh
full?
yeah.
Yeah.
When I went back there, it was crowded.
Well,
Think
I
I
got a
should-
big old store for him to stand around in.
Although I gotta say, of all the times I've ever been at Gods and Monsters,
Yes.
and I've gone back to Vault 5421,
Yes.
it has never not been
Right.
full.
It's well. First of all, it's like a 10 by 10 space. So
It's small. It's intimate.
we can.
Yes.
Intimate. But
right.
here's my point. It's always full.
It is
Like you're almost elbow to elbow trying to get a drink.
Now, to be fair, we do have 2 or 3 regulars that are here almost every night that we're open.
You can call them drunks. That's fine.
That's fine.
Okay.
You know.
They put them in the cages when they're not being used.
1 or 2 of them may or
Otis
may
the
not
drunk.
have a dog.
Okay. No, there's a dog back there. Yeah. Very friendly dog. Just hanging out.
That's probably Oscar. Oscar has his own seat and like his own little blanket area and everything.
He's also a designated driver.
That's right. That's right.
Also, so there was Jen back there.
Yes.
And then there was a gentleman back there.
Right.
Is he?
Is that bearded?
Yeah.
bearded
Is he
guy?
bar back
That's-
only?
That's probably Josh. I don't know if he's just bar backing tonight.
Because
or-
Jen was work.
Oh, here we go.
Oh
again.
boy. All right. Now we're doing it. Hey-o, hey-o, hey-o.
That's what you get.
Jen was
What'd you
working.
get?
Jen was working her ass off, making drinks and like throwing stuff around, and he's just holding the.
She's quick, man.
She's holding the
She's
bucket.
tough.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
But no.
We're just allowing. We're allowing for yes,
But
another birthday.
I did not expect it.
Somehow I don't think that they'd really enjoy me performing to their elation.
I don't think any restaurant enjoys
Right.
that part of the job.
Yeah.
Oh no, not at all, not at all.
But Jen recognized me, called me by my name.
Yeah?
She's amazing.
She knows. She's
Do you
good with
remember?
names.
You remember your name too?
I haven't
at her
seen her
go.
in
That's a
probably
bartender
a year
thing,
and a
though,
half.
isn't it? That's a
That's
bartender
right.
thing.
Yeah.
She's good with that.
That those people's brains work in ways that I can't.
I
comprehend.
would argue that probably makes her Orlando's best bartender.
And you should vote for Jen on
You
the
should vote
Orlando
for Jen.
Weekly.
She's clearly Orlando's best
she's great.
bartender. Yeah.
She's great. Yeah,
She's been nominated
she's
before, so we'll be voting for her again.
Yeah.
And have we known Jen all 6 years? Was she here for year 1?
She's been here pretty much since the beginning.
Yeah. All right.
Yes.
So
All right.
yeah, we've known her 6 years. Jen.
Yeah.
I mentioned that we considered bringing a mobile camera back there, but thought differently of it because she would kick our ass.
Yes.
And she said, "Yes, thank you."
I'm up to that challenge.
No, don't.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna grab the
We
camera.
need you to come. We need you to come back.
I know you do professional photography outside of these gigs here,
I've been
right?
known.
Yes, Jen works with, I think it's Hyena Head.
I've heard of that.
And it's it's dark, it's gothic style stuff, but she does some really impressive work with them. It would be interesting to see you guys collaborate on something. That would be kind of cool.
I'll be honest, I actually don't shoot anymore.
Oh, really?
I'm
Come on.
almost 100% transitioned to video work.
Video
now.
work.
Yeah.
Wow. No
And
kidding.
your most recent video work that is up on
I
YouTube
think you might
was
just
the,
be scared.
Was the
I've
you
shot
are
two
intimidated
photo
by Jen.
shoots in
He's
2021 so far.
It bores him
I
at
just
this
don't
point.
do it
He's
anymore.
done it all. But the most recent thing you did on
I
film.
can tell you stories.
Yes, you can. That's a whole separate show.
That's a different show.
Is the thing you did during the supermoon.
Yes.
He went out onto the beach without any lights, only the moon as its light, and put together an amazing video that you
Yes.
can find on the Good Egg Productions page.
That is the other video on Good Egg Productions.
And
is
that
my
video is
moonlit
called.
shoot.
Was it just called Supermoon?
That's
or?
called Scarlet Moon because
Scarlet
the
Moon.
model's name was Scarlet, and
Gotcha.
she's gorgeous. She's gorgeous, dancing around in the moonlight.
And this was all video. This wasn't
Yeah.
a photo shoot. This was a video
So
shoot.
you found a transient on the beach.
Yes. And I said, hey, you look like you could
Hey.
use some drug money. Come here.
Hey.
Got to be the only transient named Scarlet. But it's
Yeah.
an amazing video for you to check out. He set music to it, and called Scarlet Moon, and
sure
it's
she's
now available
lovely.
on YouTube
At Good Egg
Productions.
Right.
So you've told us what it is you've been binging lately.
Yeah.
I'll tell you just briefly. We finished it yesterday. It's over a year old now. The wife and I just binged Chernobyl on HBO.
Oh, I heard that was great.
Here, hold on.
Stressful.
Grandson is correct.
Yes, good. Oh no. He was just told he's not allowed to bring home that character that he was showing us.
You know what? That is the problem with children.
Yeah.
Is that they're
crying?
very moody.
Yes.
One minute they're happy, they're having the greatest time of their lives, and then they hear one no.
He's probably been in that costume all day. It is now, we've been on for 2 hours and 40 minutes, so that means it's 9:40. Is that the time?
What? Yeah.
2
about.
hours and 40 minutes we've been on.
About.
So perhaps he's a little tired, you know?
Ah,
This is live, right, on my phone? All right,
that's
yes.
live.
All right.
That's us.
So yes, we finished watching Chernobyl on HBO, won all the awards last year, and scary as hell to see it all. Did you watch the Chernobyl last year when
Man,
it came
I
out?
did.
We
How
finished
do you
it.
guys have all this time to watch all this?
Well, it was only
stuff?
8 episodes. It was only
I
8
don't
episodes.
do anything
and
else.
immediately after we watched it, we went right to YouTube to watch the 60-minute special when they revisited the Chernobyl,
man.
and just to see the places you're allowed to go, and they hold up the meters, and they're like, nope, we can't go any farther than that.
That probably that hour chunk of when it's happening.
Oh, yeah.
Is some of the most intense
Yes.
filmed
Stressful.
stuff I've ever seen.
And so much denial by
Oh,
like, no,
it's
this isn't
amazing.
happening. Oh, well, the counter goes all the way up. You know, what's the reading? It's like 2 point something.
oh, it's gotta be
to
broken.
11. He says
It's gotta be
all right,
broken.
He says
Right,
not good.
right.
He says not bad, but not
I
good.
said, no, but
the
this
counter
goes to 11,
The
though.
counter only
Well,
went up to
why
a
not
certain
just make
point.
10 more?
Right.
It was so
goes to 11.
so well done, and we just finished it last night.
'cause
That-
that's he's my guy, Jared.
Leto.
no,
Yes.
no, Jared from Mad Men. No,
Yes.
the guy. He won the Emmy for Chernobyl.
From Subway.
Did he?
And yes,
Yes.
he won the Emmy for Best Actor in a Miniseries last
Yes.
year. I remember very well because John Hamm read the nominees, and he was
Yeah.
up on stage, and the winner is, and it was him. They were on Mad Men together,
Awesome.
so they had that moment where
Great
it's like,
character actor.
I know you.
He's very, very good.
Yeah, he was excellent. Oh, we're getting a little wave here. Hello, welcome.
Look at that. Look. I leave,
Really, really good job on him.
Yes.
I leave them alone for like a year, and they just start spitting out babies.
Yeah.
What the heck? What the heck?
Look at this. Look at
Getting
what is
another
happening.
visitor. Yes. Oh, there's the wave. Oh, we got it. We got the wave finally.
We got the hand up. It's like,
He
yeah.
hesitated, like,
I
"Here's
know,
a
I
with
know.
you."
I'm adorable. Yeah, I got it.
So yeah, we stress watched Chernobyl.
Yeah,
and we finished it
stress
yesterday,
watched.
and then immediately went to YouTube to watch the Where Are They Now type
all the
things,
stuff,
or
yeah.
what's the town look like now?
Jared Harris. Is that
Jared
right?
Harris, yes, he won the Emmy
The
for
old
Chernobyl.
Brain still
There it is.
Yeah.
still clicking.
But
There it is.
did you ever?
I take supplements.
Did you watch Mad Men?
I did. Yeah.
Sadly, his character on Mad Men and Chernobyl both ended the same way, with a hanging.
Who was the one that got spoilers? Who got run over?
The lawnmower with the
Yeah.
foot.
Oh, that's it.
Well, Mad Men has
Just
been
kidding.
on. It's been on the air over. It's 10 years ago now. It's been off the air almost. But he's such a great actor. He was
is.
perfect in Chernobyl.
He is.
The
He's,
final episode where he was presenting his case, everything was
He's
just
great.
awesome about it. So that's what I've been watching. What about you in your free time?
What are we doing? Well, like I said, we did Raya and the Last Dragon. It's not necessarily binge stuff.
Correct.
But, new and final season of the Castlevania.
Somebody brought that up.
animated.
They asked you about Castlevania online here, wondering
Warren,
about that.
Warren Ellis, a friend of Gods and Monsters,
Yes.
and Anna Young, wrote that, and the fourth and final season is up now, and we are slowly trickling through that. It's great. It's Warren is a choice writer, and an odd choice to be writing a Castlevania thing.
Yep.
But he's great at it. He's great.
So you got through Castlevania. That's
Yes.
good. And then over.
Castlevania and Invincible we've done. I'm going back through Babylon 5. It is a
Oh, really?
boy. It's terrible.
There's a lot. There's a lot
man,
there. Yeah.
Good.
Yo, the first season. We're almost done with the first season. I don't remember having watched first season since I watched first season, and I remember it getting a lot better.
So you're waiting for the getting better part. Yes.
The lead. The lead and some of the keys, I think, get recast and kind of altered a little bit. But the main guy, the guy that plays, I think it's Captain Sheridan, is terrible. Man, he's bad.
But
And,
you're gonna
they have
continue.
those tropes where, like, his old flame comes to the station, and there's
Sexual tension.
There's sexual tension, and their chemistry is so ridiculous, and it's so bad, and like there's no way that this gal is into this guy. It's just it's just super unrealistic. But they bring in Bruce Boxleitner
Yeah.
in the following seasons, and I remember it being way better. So
So you're waiting to get to there.
I'm just trying
Hopefully
to get
not.
on it to the Bruce Boxleitner stuff.
Right.
When was the run of Babylon 5? What years was that? Was that 90s?
Early
95,
90s? Yeah.
94, 95.
All right.
Yeah. And so of course the
So
CG
we're 15 years ago.
was super good at the time.
Right.
But maybe not so great now.
But Voyager was on right around that same time. I loved Voyager.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah. They had that sweet Paramount money.
Yeah, we finished Voyager and went right on to Enterprise, which I haven't
Enterprise.
watched since it originally run.
Sure.
Disappointed that it didn't get its chance to go past the 4-year mark, but it's great to see how they don't solve a problem immediately on Enterprise because it's like, well, we
Sure.
can't use transporters, so we got to do it this
Right.
way, and this is all new to us.
We don't
and
have a
there's-
tachyon emitter.
There's no
Right.
such thing as the Prime
Exactly.
Directive, so we're going to screw up this society.
Right. I think they saw the lack of a lot of the tech as ways into new narrative storytelling. Like
Yeah.
ways they like you said, they had to work their way around a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So that was the other show that I
Yeah.
binged. So we all did our little bit of binging.
I will say that the reason why I don't watch as much or as I don't do my homework is because I spend a lot of time watching bad stuff. That's my gig. That's my
do
thing
that
where
too.
I go on Amazon Prime and I watch the garbage movies. The absolute crap.
Yeah.
Models and Movies, by the way, another YouTube channel that you have.
I don't do that anymore. Anyway, but I did see a fantastic movie called The Neon Demon. The Neon Demon.
Yeah.
You're familiar with
I
it?
am, yeah.
It's amazing.
Bananas,
I
right?
think it's
Yeah.
great. But it's a filmmaker's movie, I think.
Yeah.
Because
you know what
it-
Anna's into right now? Those Korean dramas.
Oh yeah?
There's hundreds of them. Like her mom,
I
got
assume.
into them, but they're like the soap operas from over there.
Are they
But they're-
subtitled?
They are.
Okay.
Oh,
And
it's a lot of
and
reading.
they're super hammy and super weird and.
But aren't they beautifully done, like
some
beautifully
of them
shot?
Are, most of them are kind of like,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
a little
cringe.
tedious.
How did
but
she get
it's-
hooked into that?
What?
How did she get hooked into
She-
that?
her-
There's so
I
many
don't-
things out
Hey,
there.
Hey, don't
Here's the
judge
thing. No,
because
no.
you know I watch a lot of YouTube Russian chiropractor videos. Okay, I don't speak Russian. I don't know what they're talking about, but
I don't
that's
know any of these
satisfying.
guys.
But I watch them.
I don't know these guys. So the wife's, I guess my mother-in-law was big into them, like watching them, and got her kind of like, hey, you should watch this one.
Okay.
And now it's like she's got a dozen of them on her list. It's crazy. And it's usually backdrop stuff. She'll be doing work, but she's watched.
Yeah.
She's watched probably 30 or 40 of these shows now. It's just crazy
Well,
to me.
Not
I think-
episodes. You're talking about 30 different shows?
Series.
Yes,
yeah, these
30
are
different
series of epidos of shows.
She's
Yes.
just gonna start speaking in Korean.
It's crazy.
All those cats are going to learn Korean.
Hey,
Another
everybody.
vendor signing
Hey,
out for the
everybody,
night.
DJ's
Yep.
leaving.
Yeah,
Father of the Year, DJ.
we went over and looked at his booth. We
Father of the
checked
Year.
things out.
My guy. No?
No? Well,
Father of the
he's still
Father of the
alive, so
Day.
you're doing good.
Yeah, he's
Take
doing all
Father of
right.
the Day at least. All right.
Up until there's 7, if you just keep him breathing, you're good.
Right? Right.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Good night.
Tell your wife bye. No. No.
No.
No. I told you no more talking to my wife.
Funniest thing, the first thing DJ said to me when I walked in, he was like, no, get out.
That's not
It
gonna
was
work.
funny.
It's not gonna work for us.
He's
here.
a funny guy.
Well, we got to wrap this up for me anyway.
Yes.
Because I got to get my wife home.
You
'Cause
have
we've got an
some-
early day because we're doing that pop shop thing tomorrow. We're
Oh,
doing
yes.
the Funko thing is tomorrow.
And that is that starts at what time?
There's Eric. Again.
What is that? That's
Eric got a scorpion.
a scorpion.
right out of the case.
Alrighty.
I was just saying, what? It does. That is
$4
That's pretty good
for a
man.
scorpion.
You figured that out. I'll bet if check it out. I'll bet you could go show it to that camera with Grandma, and we can see it better. Here, show the camera. Show the camera. Go with Grandma.
What? Around
Go
that
Grandma.
side? Okay, right.
Watch the
Whoa!
wires,
Okay.
Go with Grandma.
All
I'm
right.
super sure Grandma's
I'm
gonna hold his hand.
So nervous.
Oh, geez.
So nervous.
Oh, there he is.
Hey, there is. Good job. That's
yeah.
Focus,
not even-
focus,
No, it's
camera.
working. It's
Yes,
working.
it did actually
Yeah.
focused in on him.
good job. Yep.
Perfect.
Good.
Oh, it's in 3D. This
You did it.
podcast is in
Good
3D.
job, man. Good job.
Good job.
Scorpion, everybody.
Oh, now he's gonna bring Scorpion.
Ricky, I'm sorry. I didn't see that message until
What happened?
DJ
Stand here
was
and do
gone.
that. Point over there
What
at that
happened?
camera. Go try it now. He's showing us.
Check it out. Oh, where is it?
Scorpion. There you go. Your camera.
Oh, it's here. Watch this. Check it out.
Oh, geez. Here we go. He's gonna get
Tell you what
super
I wanted
close.
you to
So you watch here. You watch here.
Here it comes.
It's never
Focus.
it's never gonna focus that
That's
close.
too close. Now, how does he sell his own products on his own show? Here's what we're selling right now, and it goes out of focus.
I have no idea what that is. Hello.
Yes, I was just gonna cut it off with these guys. Listen, I
Okay.
love you guys.
I know you gotta go.
I miss you guys.
Happy anniversary to both of you. We'll talk for a little
Get
bit.
the wife home.
Yes.
and,
Please do. Yes.
We'll hold down the fort.
I would hope that we can make this a more regular thing at some point. I
Absolutely.
would love that.
Hey, it's not me. It's this guy right here. He's got
I
a life and a
understand.
family.
How dare you?
How about you guys work it out?
How dare you?
And you're welcome here anytime. I
You
love
are-
you guys.
thank you
guys
very
have been here
much.
since,
Thank you, Todd.
Since pre-day one.
Thank you. Thank
That's
you. Thank
right.
You, thank
We
you.
were there.
I miss you
We were
every
here
day.
for the for the prologue, the
I'll see you.
epilogue.
Keep
All
going.
right.
guys
Thank
are-
you, Todd.
And,
Once again, that was Todd, and sometimes Anna visiting with us.
Yeah, we're gonna have to change.
We
the,
even made it a little
we're gonna have
graphic.
to
Yeah,
change
we
the
put
crawl.
sometimes Anna.
Or the lower third.
6 years. I know.
Good job. Well done.
You're the one that's always busy. What are you talking about?
No.
I see you on Facebook, and it'll be like Greg will be like, "Hey, I need 6 random girls. We're gonna go do a video something today. Who's
That's
in?" And
impossible.
then the list comes up like, "I'm in. I'm here. Let's go. I'm already
That's
here now. Here we
ridiculous.
go."
You're telling lies. Lies.
Woo! I did not think he would stay that long at all. That's awesome when Todd can hang out with us and just talk shop.
He is a man of many opinions, and we're fortunate that he will speak to us for so long, especially when he has a business to run during a 6-year anniversary evening.
6 years. And what we said before, unfortunately, we couldn't be here for year 5 anniversary. They didn't really have an event that we could come to.
Did we do anything during that year? I can't remember if we even.
It kept getting pushed back,
Yeah.
and then eventually the news was just never good about COVID.
Yeah, bummer. Well,
Well,
everything is back to normal, it seems, because this is
this is the longest I've been without a mask on, out in public.
In public, yeah.
And for such a long time. I'll scroll up and see if we get any questions.
I like it.
People send.
I'm starting to feel normal again. In my Walmart, you're still supposed to wear a mask, although
Yes.
about 25% of the people don't wear them anymore. So I'm wondering why I'm even bothering.
We went to Target in Oviedo yesterday, and the sign now says on Target, masks are optional. It used to be mandatory, and now it says masks are optional if you've been vaccinated.
Yeah, I like those signs, but there's no way to know.
I know. Well, we could just sew a little star on your
No, that's a
jacket.
bad idea,
Yeah,
Art. That's
know.
that shouldn't. No.
Do you carry your vaccination card with you?
I do not, because it is not the right size.
I know it does not fit in my wallet. I
They-
actually put it in my wallet, but I cut the edges on it
They-
so that it would fit in my wallet.
They made a mistake when they issued the cards, because like, who in the hell is going to carry around their vaccine card if it's not a normal size credit card size? I mean,
Right.
that's not cool.
And I think I want to get it laminated too, so it lasts a while. But
I
then
heard
again,
you're not supposed to.
Because if you laminate it, you might not be able to scan it or something.
I don't know.
If it needs that.
Yeah, because
there's a QR code on it.
Well, you know what though? That QR code is for your first dose, right? And
Right.
I think that's what they used to make sure that when you came back for your second dose, it was time for you, so you couldn't
Correct.
just turn around and get a second dose.
Both
So
shots-
I don't think that has anything to do with, or maybe it does. I don't know. We're all in a database somewhere.
Yep. Now, remember those first few seasons of the X-Files when it was the smallpox vaccination records that they kept. Those were not just smallpox vaccinations. They were putting the virus or the alien-human hybrid something inside of you.
All
and
right,
that's-
you're getting into a weird place, Art,
I'm just
because
saying, that's what the X-Files did.
That's not what the anti-vaxxers need. I mean,
No,
we don't
you're
need
right.
that.
We
We
don't
don't need that.
They don't need that artillery.
No, they've got enough silliness going on right now.
Oh, geez. So I got to say, I'm very happy with all of this tonight, for sure.
We're gonna actually have to work on the audio part of things, because I
prefer the mixer back.
I definitely the mixer back, and we're gonna need a cleaner signal into this, because from monitoring it through the Facebook page,
the way to go.
It's not good. It's definitely not acceptable. The video is great. The video is beautiful. The audio is not nearly as good.
I still feel like sometimes the camera is out of focus, but that's because the camera's on autofocus.
And
perhaps next time we set it and I switch it to manual
You could-
focus.
yeah, you could do
just
that.
lock it. You can tap right on the screen and it will stay focused
Yeah.
on that thing the whole time.
That could be, but because by the time you don't have enough light to actually see us versus that guy that's walking into the store,
Right,
but
right.
he's very well lit, it could follow him.
But the light, if you were to see, it's dark here, and the cameras have done an excellent job.
Yeah,
Sponsored
they-
by Canon. Thank you, Canon. And
actually, this is sponsored by the school, right?
That's right. These cameras are awesome. I use them at school.
I
have
mean,
7.
we're never mind. No,
I know. We have 7 of them at school.
Oh, you do have? Okay.
And yeah, some.
Really, you have 7 of the identical cameras?
When you came and visited that one time. Yeah. Did I show you the podcast studio?
You did. Yeah.
Okay. Now I've added 2 more cameras.
Wait!
to that.
The podcast studio. Yeah, the little room with the couches.
Yes.
In it. Yeah.
So now I've added 2 more cameras in there, and run the wires up through the ceiling. The HDMI wires are going to go through there, and so we're going to have 3 cameras in the podcast studio, 3 cameras in the news studio.
Yeah.
And we're going to be a 6-camera newscast starting in the new year. Thanks to what do you want me to call this?
Black Magic.
The 8-channel input Black Magic, which I think I'm going to have 2. I have a computer. I have this desk that I built where we do the news from.
Yeah.
On this side of the desk and on this side, I have our Photoshop computers. I think I'm going to run HDMIs from those computers into 7 and 8. One
Probably
computer
a good
will
idea.
always do video. Another computer will always do the lower thirds. You think that a good idea?
Yes, I think that would be a pretty.
Because as cool as this thing is, one thing that the TriCaster had, it had built-in software to do titles and to do videos. And that's not necessarily an easy thing to do here
Really
this
quick,
way.
I want to show you something
Go ahead.
dumb, and the viewers won't have any idea. We're just talking at this point. But when
Can
you
I show the viewers?
You can. When you have your
wait for the no memory card. There we go.
When you have your setup, your software.
Yes.
And I thought it would do cam 1 through cam 8 on the top row and
Yes.
move this stuff down. No. It does cam 1 through cam 5.
No.
And then it does 6, 7, 8.
Why?
For whatever reason, those 2 are blank, and this all stays the same. I don't know.
Maybe just stretch the window out and it'll correct itself like on Microsoft Word. No? It doesn't do it like that? No. Okay.
There's no resizing of this, even if you hold on.
In case you're wondering what this is, Greg has a wireless.
The buttons don't really change.
Yeah, I
They
guess
just
not.
move.
Oh.
So, actually, if you do it like that, then it separates things in a way that makes sense.
Okay, but it's still 6 up top,
5 up top,
5 up top,
and then 6, 7, 8.
Great.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? But this is all part of the Blackmagic system.
Yeah.
The little 4-channel mixer here. Not an expensive product.
This one's not. Yours is.
Yeah, I'm getting the 8-input channel one, which is still boxed up. The school has got it boxed up. But you need to buy yourself a good laptop to run it correctly. You would
Not
agree?
Really?
No?
No. This software runs whatever. It's easy. You can just like change camera for camera 1, camera 2, camera 3.
That's great. Or you can use
that
the
showed
box
you nothing
itself.
because once I came
Once
off of
you
that
switch it,
camera,
yeah.
they didn't see anything.
The audience is like, what?
What? I don't know.
So as you can see, the vendors are starting to pack up here, but
Yeah.
please come on down because the bar is open till midnight.
Bar's open, and I believe they will keep the shop open until midnight.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
you could still make purchases.
So in the future, I forgot they have that screen up there. You see the screen up above?
Yeah.
Where's the projector?
Right. Oh, I don't know.
That would have been great to have the show broadcast right onto there so people could see.
Yeah, Art, you're living in a dream world. We can't.
We got an
project to that.
HDMI, right? We can run up there.
I guess I could have.
We could climb up something and get an HDMI plug up there, right?
Sure.
The Crafty Gamer is still here, and then a couple other vendors selling their individual items.
Did you speak to them?
I did a drive-by on them because they had a customer at the time. I didn't want to bother them.
What do they sell over there? Like dice and custom.
Let's zoom in closer and look.
Custom things.
Tabletop-inspired merchandise.
All right. So I'm assuming. What are the spray bottles?
Here, I'll zoom in as close as I can, but I don't know how shaky that is.
No, that's not shaky at all. Dude,
We got some potions here and such.
You got some good stabilization on that camera. Yeah, it's potions and sprays and weird. What is that? What do they?
There's a lot
What do
going
they
on
do
there.
over there?
I don't know, but there's a lot going on there.
Uh-huh.
The woman over here that I met had lots of drawing and artwork. Look at the Breakfast at Tiffany's picture there. That's beautiful.
That is nice.
I am solid as a rock. Hey, don't block my shot. We got some stuff from Frozen and Breakfast at Tiffany's. These prints
I
are.
still have not seen Frozen.
Well, there's 2 of them now.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
They'll get those songs in your head, though. They'll get you.
I'm not gonna watch it.
And then I've been following you guys at home here on the Facebook with your comments. Thank you for commenting throughout there. You can click off that if you want.
Yeah, if anybody is if anybody is interested in like tech stuff, we really did it up right this time. We have a mess, but
it's live. I don't have to go home and edit this.
Right.
It's done.
Yeah.
I'll put it up on our YouTube page. I'm just going to copy it off of the Facebook page.
And we can even do like really interesting stuff. Where we do stuff
Oh,
like that.
yeah,
We
show us all the different
can
things.
do
Oh,
that.
the George Lucas wipes.
Whoops! Through the software, I can do a whole lot more. Let's go back to this for a second.
Oh, that's so cool. No Star Wipe? Star Wipe?
What? Star Wipe?
Wow, Todd bringing up the video toaster. I didn't think anybody knew what that was. I edited on the video toaster in 1993.
I only know what it
First job
is.
I only
know what it is because of it's kind of a meme, I guess. Oh, that didn't work. What the heck?
We're still there.
No, wait.
I can't believe this lighting. This lighting is so great here. Anybody has any questions for us?
Oh,
Alita, thank you she's been watching all along. She watched us up on our TV set. She's giving us some news. She's got Talon and Alita have some big news next week if you want to check them out on their page. A couple of geeks. Greg's showing us some of the different options here. And as you can see, the store is directly behind me. That's Gods and Monsters. It'll be open until...
That's what it is.
Oh, that's cool. And you could leave that half and half if you had like somebody having a thinking sequence where
There it is.
the person's here and they're thinking about the other person up above. Yes.
What is this one? This one looks interesting.
But it's hard to believe 6 years. This 5th year was a struggle for them and for many small businesses, but they have survived like they always do.
Just the sheer fact that they lived through what is literally the worst business situation in generations.
Where so many businesses did not survive. Bars, restaurants, movie theaters.
Yeah.
I mean, big companies. I'm seeing the delay now, and all these fancy things are going.
Did any movie theater chains actually go bankrupt, like completely?
Oh no, I'm thinking about all those like those mom and pop ones that who are those smaller theaters. Like
yeah.
like I don't. I don't know hearing anything about Cinemark. I remember that used to be a theater.
Oh, Cinemark, yeah.
Cinemark, AMC, and Regal are the big ones. United Artists, I don't think they
And
exist
that
anymore.
is super tough, especially for small business owners, because when you're what is it when you own a McDonald's? You're a franchisee. When you're a franchisee and you're a part of a much larger corporation, yeah, they're gonna make sure you don't fail. They're gonna keep you alive. But for a smaller American dream, smaller business like Gods and Monsters, who don't get any, federal help really.
Right. Or help from the corporate office.
Nobody
because this is-
cares about them because they're it. That's all they are.
Correct.
And they had to do what they had to do to survive.
survive.
And I think that was it Anna talking about that, or
Yeah.
or Todd talking about the in-laws or the
yes, with their home.
yeah,
and,
and they did what they had to do to survive, and hopefully that pays off. I hope everybody comes to Gods and Monsters and just buys something that makes them happy.
or at the very
because-
least, buy something online from them. They're
Sure.
very successful online. Todd even saying that they do ship out to the UK. As one of our viewers tonight, Loki, was asking if he could purchase something. I hope Loki is a boy. I keep saying he.
Oh,
Hope Loki could make a UK purchase, and Todd said absolutely. So Loki was going to do that as well. Well, what do you think you and I should do with the show? Should we continue this evening? Should we let people come and sit and talk with us? I mean,
I feel like people are kind of wrapping it up.
I mean, we've hit the 3-hour mark
kinda
now. 3
ending
hours
it.
and 3 minutes, and for me, it really feels like it's been a half hour.
Yeah, it went
whenever
by
we do
fast.
this, it flies right by.
It doesn't matter how long we talk. I think we did what was our longest show?
We
like
did a
an
6-hour Star Wars
6,
once, but
yeah.
but I think. The grand opening. I
Yeah.
mean, we were there for like the
All
entire
day,
day.
yeah.
That was a long.
and that was a
one.
blur too. I mean, even
And-
though it was that long,
And our technology was not quite up to par. We tried to go YouTube Live, but then it's
Yeah.
like, oh, you got the key and the link, and
Yeah.
we were going off Wi-Fi, and it was a disaster. But we recorded the whole thing, so
Right.
it's up there on our page.
so that would be an interesting thing for people to do, is to go all the way back to the grand opening of the Artigan store.
Oh yes. That I can't even call that episode
That
one
wasn't
because
one, yeah.
because we were doing pre-shows.
Yes.
With Todd showing us the construction.
That
So-
was actually before I even came on board.
So
You- yeah.
episode like maybe 6 or 7, we were there for the grand opening, which we were there for that, and we went all day with that.
Is
It's
that
fun to
one
go-
long show, or did you break
no,
it
it
up
got
into
broken up
many?
into
Okay,
1-hour shows. So
Yeah.
I think there's like 6 or 7 or 8 of them,
Yeah.
which is kind of explains how we got to 160 episodes,
Right.
whatever we're at.
Right.
Because whenever we would do the super long ones, we'd break them up.
Yep.
But I don't do that anymore. Like this episode's going to be up, and it's going to be 3 hours and something long.
Yeah.
On Facebook forever, and then we'll transfer it over to YouTube as well for our show. I love doing this. I really do. Now with this, I love it even more because I don't have to rush home and edit it and put it together
Right.
and put our lower third in and the crawl, and all this is happening live. The way the little globe is spinning and all that stuff, I don't have to go back and do that.
And maybe we could get like an intern, like a student,
Oh.
who would come in here and
Do this part for us?
Yeah, do like custom thirds and stuff like that, and
Yes.
drop them in. That might be a thing. Wow. So
Focus.
There's a lot of pretty ladies who
Yeah,
like
I
to come
guess
in and have sushi.
Sushi, I guess.
Yeah.
I wish they were
Well,
into
sushi-
comic books.
Do you eat sushi?
I do not. I've done a couple times. I've tried it, but it's
Yeah.
not something we keep at home.
What about your lovely wife, Kristen? Does
Yes.
she likes
No,
sushi?
she doesn't
No.
do the raw fish.
Oh,
No,
that's too bad.
She can't do that.
That's too bad.
She won't do that.
I love sushi. I think it is one of the greatest foods ever, and it's a great date food.
Mm.
Taking a date to a sushi, well, that's probably gonna do it. We're still recording. Everything is still
The power supply went out.
still happening. No. It just the
Sleep
laptop died.
Oh, well, that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
We're still here.
Yeah.
I don't know about the lower third and the crawl and all that stuff.
Yeah, because it's in that. I mean, it's in this.
Oh, okay.
It's in this.
This
Everything
is
is
still
everything is
going.
fine. Everything is still recording.
So sushi is a good date thing, yes. Because
Yeah.
you go and you get all the different selections of all the different sushis. I have a sushi story. The first time I ever had sushi when I was working at Fox 35, and the other video editor, Mike Velocity, hello Mike, he just moved back to Orlando recently. We went out and had sushi with Penn Holderness You know Penn Holderness? You know him from the Holderness family?
No.
They're the ones who made the Christmas Jammies video that went viral. So when he was working at Fox 35, he started a conversation with the other editor, Mike, who had said, I'd never had sushi before. So Penn was like, all right, we're going to go and we're going to take you out for sushi. I hadn't done it before, and neither had Mike. And so my first experience with sushi was with Penn Holderness, who treated us to sushi, who then quickly took Mike out to McDonald's shortly after because he didn't eat very much.
Oh.
And that's our sushi story.
That's awful to go from, there's your Wonder Woman right there, to go from having what is arguably the best food on the planet to McDonald's.
So you can go to some of these sushi places, perhaps like this one, and you get such a huge selection. Sometimes you get like the sample platter.
This actually did kill us for a little bit, but
did we go off the air?
Yeah.
How do we back up then?
It's
you
still
have to
on
start
right
a whole
now.
new stream though.
Well, it just went black. That's all. No, the stream continued.
So it went black. You could still hear us though, you think?
No. Everything.
We're back.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it did. I don't know.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, my screen's black.
Yeah, it went
oh
black.
no, wait.
But now we're back because
Oh,
we're
okay.
plugged back in. So there's
So the stream
there's a minute
continued.
of black dead.
Yeah, that's all right. And we're still here.
Yeah.
We hope you didn't sign out.
Sorry.
So yeah, when you go to sushi places, you can go get like the sample platter, and you get many different things to choose from.
Sometimes, but that's very, very expensive because they make a roll. They can't just
Okay.
make one sushi.
Oh, that's true. They
Yeah.
don't make just a little.
Yeah.
So yes, no, the sushi place here seems to be very popular.
Yeah,
It's
because
like
that's
every time we look over, there's people standing in line waiting to be seated.
Yeah, goodness, and they're not just all in the restaurant. There's tables all.
Just hey, what's going on? Look at
There's
all these
tables
people over here.
Oh, they're making out. Oh, those are boys. That's
They're
that's
hugging.
great. That's
I love that wipe you still had on there.
Yeah, I guess it's just in there now.
George Lucas.
Yeah.
Dissolve, transition. I kind of wish before we signed off, at least one person came and sat and told us what they bought today. We haven't really done that today, except for their grandson.
That one kid, he bought the video game.
The Xbox game, that's right. He's up there on our page. He was brave enough to come up and ask us, what are you doing here?
You do have a Raiders of the Lost Ark poster art, correct? You do have, a framed poster?
Yes,
Is
I
it
have.
still hanging in your house?
We rotate the posters out.
Oh, of course you do.
Because I've
Yeah.
got a couple of hundred of them, and I got sick
Oh
of
my
them being
goodness.
rolled up. So they are all.
And you have a couple hundred because you worked at
I worked at a movie theater
for years.
Right out of when I was in high school. So
Yeah.
from 89, 90, 91, I had a job where I got posters, and then I worked at the movie theater and the Oviedo Mall for a while, and then I worked at the one at Pleasure Island at Disney. So yeah, I got a collection. We recently switched out Indiana Jones and put up the Weird Al poster UHF.
Wait, you were at the AMC at Disney?
Yeah, I worked at Disney
Hey,
for a little while.
that's where we had our.
I was there when I was living with you at the fraternity house.
Oh my, that's where our group had our showcase of films for the last 2 years.
Pleasure Island
or the
Theater?
last two. Yeah.
Oh, those are big screens. That's
oh, yeah,
awesome.
we had the biggest theaters. Yeah.
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
in fact, this last one, we sold so many tickets so fast that they added a second theater. So we had actually two
Wow.
screens to show our films.
Two screens at the same time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Where they added another theater. Oh, see, that's awesome. I want to know about those things because I want to see those things in the theater.
Yeah.
Absolutely, something that you worked on. Yes.
I'll definitely let you know the next time. It's going to be, I believe, in October will be the next showing.
Will you be submitting anything for Florida Film Festival this year, or is that already passed for 2021?
I have submitted my film Break Time to the Senflow Film Festival, and that's the Central Florida something or other.
Okay.
So that
At the Enzian?
I don't know where that shows, but that's not until January 22.
Okay. Did you submit the time travel one?
That's the one I'm talking about.
Okay, and what's it called?
Break Time.
Break Time. Okay. That's all I can say is it's a time travel one, and you'll see the Miata in that.
Yes,
and
it has
Greg's
a
house.
starring-
Anytime you shoot something, I'm like, oh, that's
Starring
Greg's
role,
house.
Starring role.
That's why it would be weird to know somebody in the business. Like if you're good friends with a star of a movie and you watch him, and are like, oh no, that's him. I can't get into this movie. I'm watching Greg movies, and I'm like, oh, that's Greg's car. Oh, that's his house.
I got to
That's
tell
his front
you,
yard.
I got to tell you that's very accurate because I have several friends who I'm friends with, and then I see them act.
It takes you out of it, doesn't it?
Yes. I can never see them as those characters that they're playing because I know them too well.
Yep.
So I don't like to work with my friends in films because I don't know how to direct them.
And then maybe that's sometimes you hear about certain actors who will say, I've never watched the movies that I've been in, because maybe that's just not, it just takes them out of it. They can't enjoy that. Why would I go watch that because I was in it type thing?
Yeah, there's stories of certain actors who won't watch their own movies.
Yeah, like Johnny Depp says he's never watched any of his movies.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But like he doesn't go to the theater and watch them, because you shoot them that day, you can watch the dailies.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like, all right, I've seen it, I kind of know what it is. But because you shoot them out of order, you think you'd want to watch and see how it all came together. Some people are like that.
I don't know. Some actors just aren't. Kim Basinger was one of those where she would never watch any film that she was in.
I did it years before. When was this? Long time ago. I had some friends and they asked me to do an infomercial. They know I was interested in making my own show, so
Yes.
at the same time I was making overtime. They said, we're doing this infomercial, and the infomercial is going to be like this guy is going to be on a late night show. Will you be like the late night host?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. And he was selling some product, and I brought him out as the guest, and there was a band. It was a whole fake late night show.
Yeah.
And we shot all day, and we shot it over and over and over again. So when it finally finished, and the final product was out, I feel like I saw it, and it's me. I don't want to see it anyway. So I never really watched it. I even have an old VHS somewhere, and it's like, oh, I got this thing, but then I'm like, yeah, I remember that day. I don't need to see that.
Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with
must happen.
the experience of, if you didn't enjoy the experience of making it, sometimes you just write it off in your brain as just like, whatever, it's fine.
Yep. I see you asked and answered with Alita about bringing the cameras into the bar.
Yeah. I believe Alita was taken off anyway, so she probably didn't even hear the answer. So
she had to go.
Sorry, Alita. Let's wrap it up, shall we?
I think we should.
All
This
right.
has been a great 6th anniversary show. Remember, just because we're ending and just because we went to black for a minute doesn't mean the store's closed. They're going to stay open till midnight tonight, and
Yes.
so is the bar. If you wear a costume, you get 20% off. If you mention that it's an anniversary, you get 20% off.
Also
Pretty
at
much
the
if you
bar,
walk in
you
the
get
door.
your shot. You get a shot free
for being in a
Or
costume.
A shot or a soda, I
Yes.
believe, for being a cosplayer.
All right, excellent. So I think in the future, oh no, we have somebody that wants to come in.
Oh, we do? Oh my
Come
goodness!
in, have a seat, please.
It was almost over, but no,
We're
they
just
keep
about to wrap up the show. You want to
pulling
say
us back
anything?
in.
So is he going home with the creature from the Black Lagoon this evening?
Todd is. Indeed, he is.
Todd is going home
He
with
is,
that.
he is.
Excellent.
Hopefully his wife will protect him on the way.
We asked both of them. They're like, this big
Wait a
box, how
minute.
much is it? And Anna looked at it like, I don't see a price tag on it. So they're just going to walk home with it. That's excellent. Are you coming home with any purchases yourself this evening?
Me, tonight, I am not tonight. However,
Nothing?
Half the stuff in this store I've spent most of the entire longevity of this second location's existence watching it in growth.
Yes.
From beginning
From
to
beginning.
to end. And
To
it
sale,
started
yeah.
as just what was it? There was I was just saying there was just luggage in there. There's just luggage and shelves. stripped
Luggage?
back.
Luggage. Oh, that's what the-
this whole thing.
That was what this store was when they moved in. It was luggage store. Yeah, yeah.
back.
Oh, that's
And
right.
From what it was then
To what it is now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Huge growth. So much stuff in there. You'll never see something. Oh, you'll never stop seeing more stuff every time.
Never stop seeing more stuff. That's very
every
good.
time you enter the store.
I think it's impossible to enter Gods and Monsters and not spend 15 to 20 minutes
Yeah,
just looking
like-
at things.
And you
Be-
find something every time.
Yeah, because it doesn't even matter what your interest is. If you like art in any form,
yes,
you're going to be
Right,
drawn
yeah.
to hundreds of things that are just on the shelves.
That's what
and-
I bring up when someone's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, Gods and Monsters." I know it's a comic store. It's like, yes,
It's
it is
so
a comic
much
store.
more.
It's like,
Much
but
more.
there's more to it than just the comics. The
So much
comics is
more.
just a
Yeah.
small portion of everything that you run into in here. There's
Yep.
there's even before you make it to the bar, there's at least
Oh, there's
20
a bar
20
Yeah.
in a comic book
Right.
store.
You could
There's-
lose an hour here
there's so
before you
much
even find the
subculture,
bar. Yeah.
It's overwhelming almost.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's good. It's a lot of fun. I always enjoy coming in here.
And that's why we want you to come down here, because they're open till midnight tonight. So stop on by.
They even have pinball machines inside the
Yeah,
store.
the Star Wars pinball
Yes.
game is very cool. What's the other one? Jurassic Park?
Yes.
I think
Okay.
I played the Star Wars game and I lasted about 40 seconds.
Oh dang.
Because pinball, you know, it's like
like
any
to
it's like any game. You kind of have to understand what you're supposed to do and what are happening, and I was just distracted by
Sensory overload,
everything.
and then you forget to
just so
flip
much
the
cool
flipper.
stuff going on.
Yeah. And I
Very
love
good.
pinball. I'm usually pretty good at it too. So 40 seconds, and I was like, oh.
Ah, 3 balls gone.
Oh.
All right, should we wrap it up?
Let's wrap it
You
up.
both have a great night.
Thank you. Have a
Thank
great day.
you.
Thanks for stopping by. It's good to see
Everyone
both
come
of
out
you
and see
again.
us. Take care.
Just like you said, come out and see Gods and Monsters. They'll be open till midnight tonight, so just because the live show is ending doesn't mean you shouldn't stop on by tonight
5421 International Drive.
in Orlando, Florida. It's near the freaking helicopter.
It's right next to the Sonic.
Yes. There's it's and the name of the plaza is We always
Orlando
forget.
Crossing.
Orlando Crossings, that's
I
right.
cheated. It's right here.
Oh, very good. I'm glad you saw that. Well, thanks for watching. I'm Art, and this is Greg. Thanks for watching Gods and Monsters. Oh, the girls that keep walking in here still. Thank you, Sushi Bar. Okay, thank you everybody for watching. You have a great night. Now, how do you sign this thing off? You can't
Good
go back.
night. You press this button right
And it
here.
just cuts right off.
And it says